Welcome back to another segment of the Brother Pill podcast. I am one of your hosts, Oshay Duke Jackson, and then I have my good friend Steve the Dean Williams here. Tonight we're going to talk about a particular controversial subject as it relates to not necessarily just the NFL, but as it relates to those blacks who are on the left, the black community. We'll be talking about the stance that NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell has taken with players. And this is a memo that he's written, came out today, I believe. Players must, or should rather, stand for the national anthem. This has been a controversial issue that has affected the league from at least last year into now and this year, and it's talked about for many different reasons now. At first, it was a Black Lives Matter thing, and then there's been protests against the president. So we're going to really talk about this today. Let me bring in Steve the Dean, if we can. Steve, what's going on tonight, man? How you feeling?
How you doing, big dog? Thanks for having me on, man. Guys, we're live. I'm from themanmindset.com. Guys, y'all want to call in 515-605-9373. Press 1.
Press 1. Okay. And shout outs to all the people that we have in our Patreon inbox. We have my man Achille, Jamila, Rob, Rodney, my man Nick Collins, Moana Ali, the model you guys saw the other day. Frank. You have Ashley Shepard and some other ladies in there. Howard, he's been on the show before, so we want to talk about that. Steve, now we got to talk about this from a lot of different vantage points, but let's kind of start again with Colin Kaepernick, okay? Because we got to start there, because this stance and kind of kind of rejecting the flag at the national anthem, different players have their different reasons for doing it. Because to be fair, it's just not all black players doing it. You have white players have done it for different reasons. But let's start with Colin Kaepernick. His stance against not acknowledging the flag, as he puts it, came at the behest of black violence against white police officers, police brutality against blacks, a systemic system of white supremacy. We got to start there. We got to see, does he have a point, in your opinion? Do these things happen, or is he making this shit up?
He's not making this shit up.
Okay.
But he is making it up. He's making it seem more than what it is, number one. But I've always said that it's not Colin Kaepernick pulling his strings. It's his girlfriend that's walking him like a fucking dog.
Okay.
I can understand if Colin Kaepernick came into the league doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Kaepernick came to the league with the afro, came into the league wanting to take a knee and all this other stuff. I wouldn't have no problem with it, because I'm all about standing on your principles anyway. It wasn't until he met this woman, because before he met this woman I guess one of the most, I call her the most powerful woman in the world, because she got all these bitches out here crying and shit. Very powerful woman. Before that, he was tweeting about turtles, playing and hanging out with his friends. His hair was cut low. He was just a normal guy.
Mm-hmm.
Met this pussy, then all of a sudden, the world, the sky, he's like doing some Chicken Little shit, acting like the sky is falling.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like most black people who can't really stand on their own, they got to just follow like a bunch of zombies and sheep. Then all of a sudden, everybody else wants to do it. And it's pretty odd that all these people that were doing it before, why didn't they start doing it before Colin Kaepernick? All of a sudden they want to start doing it. So all this shit has nothing to do with the police officers whatsoever. It's just it's a piece of, he's doing all this shit over a piece of pussy, dog.
Okay, so let me say this, okay? Because I gotta play the devil's advocate here. I got to. And for those coming into the chat, thank you for coming in. Like the video and do as you can. Now, what Kaepernick and other players like him were saying is, we don't necessarily have a problem with the NFL. We like playing in the NFL. It's just the part where you're playing the national anthem. I don't want to salute the flag. I don't have a problem with the league. I don't have a problem with the sponsors. I don't have a problem, but it's the fact that no matter where that flag is at, that flag represents injustice. That flag represents the oppression of black people and people of color. Now, Steve, we got to be honest. The United States used to, at some point now, we got to think about it. Like, even in Alabama, not even 55 years ago, you have blacks that could not even vote after given the constitutional right to vote. You have blacks who have been victims of certain things. This country has oppressed blacks to a certain degree. We cannot say that the country still in this day. Now, me and you are conservatives. I believe that you can make your own opportunities, but can we say those opportunities are the same as whites? So when Kaepernick is saying, I can't recognize a flag that has brought injustices to us here as Americans, especially people of color, he got a point. He doesn't have a point.
You know what? I'm fine with this. Do it on your fucking time.
Okay.
Do it on owner's time. All these people that are bitching about Colin Kaepernick or supporting Colin Kaepernick are the biggest hypocrites in the fucking world. It is so funny. They're so quick to go ahead and say, well, I agree with Colin. Yeah, let's support Colin Kaepernick. But none of those bitches going to go to their job and take a fucking knee. None of them motherfuckers going to do it. You are doing that shit on owner time, owner money. And if you want to do it on your time, do it on your time. The NFL, the National Football League, is not a place that the league has nothing to do with police officers or the quote unquote injustices. If you want to talk about the injustices, get your ass to DC, go to the Capitol Center and start protesting there. You don't need to go to a fucking football field and think that's going to change shit, because you're going to lose like they're about to lose, sir.
Okay, so let's start there. As we know, Kaepernick, for his, here's the problem with Kaepernick. Number one, he's a very specific style of quarterback. I was a 49ers fan, still am, even though we're 0-5. The year before that, which was last year, he had a pretty good passing year. I guess you could say that, but I think they only won like 2 or 3 games last year. The problem, I think, is twofold with Kaepernick. Number one, he's not a really good quarterback.
No, he's not.
He's not a really good quarterback. He's a quarterback that you need to have in a specific system, like when he was in with like a Jim Harbaugh. We could adapt the offense to his needs, but with a different coordinator, he's not really so good. The second part is you're on a losing team that you couldn't take to the playoffs. So no matter what your numbers were, you were not going to be really sought after in the first place. And then the league responds to Kaepernick by not signing him at all. Now, what happens is there's other quarterbacks that, and this is intentional, right? None of the owners want to touch Kaepernick. Why?
Well, Oshay, there was a few instances. See, everybody want to think it's all these hateful ass white people that's doing it. Let's go back. Let's look at the Colin Kaepernick that couldn't get a job in Miami because wearing that Fidel Castro shirt and shit was very disrespectful to a lot of Cuban Americans who are in Miami.
Okay.
He wore a pig, some socks with pigs on it, with police hats on it. And then on top of that, when he had the opportunity to get in with Baltimore, because Wooten, I think his name was trying to get him in. Mm-hmm. Ray Lewis was trying to get it in. He couldn't control his bitch. His fucking woman sat around there and posted a picture of Django with the owner. You can't do that. Matter of fact, let me tell you, if you and I were owners in the football league and someone did that to you and we are boys, do you think I'm going to bring that guy onto my team knowing that these owners stand together? You cannot do that. And yet, even though she posted that silly ass Django Unchained shit, Kaepernick never came out and denounced it. He never came out and said, you know what? That's her. That's how she feels. He didn't do any of that. So What these idiots and fools don't see is that he doesn't want to get in the league. He's dipping a toe in to make it seem like he wants to get in the league, but his actions are showing that he doesn't want to be in the league. Then he can sit there and cry and say, oh, they don't want me in the league, Oshay. That's how fucked up he is.
Okay. Steve, I think they're saying that if Steve's volume a little low, I can hear him a little bit, but Steve, maybe you can turn up your volume a little bit.
How's my volume now?
It's much better. It's much better.
Okay. Yeah, you got to call 216, sir.
216. Okay, so that's we'll put the caller on hold because we're still talking here. Okay. Now that Kaepernick is out of the situation, he's out of the league. Still, remnants of Kaepernick's stand is vibrant in the NFL. Now, to be fair, last year during the NFL season, Barack Obama was still the president. Now, we all know that most players in the NFL, especially black players, very fond of the former president, Barack Obama. Now, Donald Trump has come into office, which I cannot say that Donald Trump is a good president. I mean, from what I can see as an expat, he's not, from what I can see. But nevertheless, the president is controversial. You have players who are not necessarily taking the same stance as Kaepernick did. But now you have players denouncing the flag due to Donald Trump. Now, let's go a little further. We had the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry refusing to go to the White House, which typically that doesn't really happen with presidents. You had LeBron James, who said he would never go. You have players refusing to meet Donald Trump. You have particular black celebrities based off of how they feel Trump's rhetoric is, and it's their right to do that. But now we have players rejecting Trump. Even your famous wealthy billionaire owner, Jerry Jones, his team took a knee against Trump, not necessarily the flag, before the game started. Now, what's this whole thing with Trump, in your opinion? Why are the players revoking against the president?
You know, it's funny that as men, you sorry sons of bitches want to vote a woman in office. You wanted so hard to have this country run by a woman when we already know women can't run shit. Then on top of that, they're mad because they've been lied to, because everybody said they're going to go Hillary. Hillary. We don't like Donald Trump. Why? Because Donald Trump's an alpha male. Donald Trump doesn't give no fucks. Donald Trump does what Donald Trump wants to do. He is with alpha men love Donald Trump because you know what? He doesn't put up with shit and he doesn't take shit. But because the way the country is and because how some of these young men are so feminized, they have never met what a man is like because they really had dad in their life. So they never seen a man who gives no fucks. So they cannot compute when this man does what he wants, when he wants to do, says what he says, and doesn't give a fuck what any of you motherfuckers think. They can't handle that. They want the one Hillary that was crying and sad, and you also know what Hillary did in the 90s, but they forgot about all that shit out, Oshay.
Let's talk about that. That's very important. Let's talk about what did the Clintons do to black people, to the black community. Let's talk about that because we may have people who are not aware.
Oh, explain to them because you know what I know what they did, but you're more articulate on this subject. Well, I know.
Okay, I'll take. So what happened was President Clinton, when he was running for president in, I believe it was 1992, incumbent President George Bush the first, people thought that he would repeat. What ended up happening in that particular election was there was an independent out of the state of Texas by the name of Ross Perot, who he didn't win the election, but what he did was he stole about 19% of the vote. Now, because he stole 19% of the vote, it cost George Bush an opportunity to repeat as president. Now, had Ross Perot never had ran for president, it's a good chance that George Bush would have definitely been a second-time president. So what ended up happening, Bill Clinton, although he won by default, what he understood was that people really did not want him to be the president. Okay, so he understood that in order for him to get back into the president the second term, he was going to have to appeal to a lot of disgruntled Republicans who felt that the Republican Party was going a little bit too soft on inner city blacks and the like. And so what ended up happening was Bill Clinton, the second time around 96, he changed up his thing where he was trying to win. He was going to get the black support. He went on Arsenio Hall, absolutely played the saxophone first time. Second time around 96, what Bill Clinton did, Bill Clinton listened to the needs of black people, and black people were telling Bill Clinton, hey, for our vote, we want you to give us job training programs. We want you to bring those that tax money into inner city neighborhoods. This is what we want to give you a second job, income and job as president. Well, what Bill Clinton did was fuck black people. And what he did was, instead of using that money to reinvest in black neighborhoods to get the black vote, he got 90% of the black vote or more. What he did was, and Hillary Clinton, they took all of that money and built more prisons. And then they came through with one of the most horrendous crime bills against black men that we've ever seen. In fact, double the black men got locked up under Bill Clinton than happened under Ronald Reagan or George Bush. And so what we saw was black men. The crime bill was so egregious that for financial aid, if you got a drug arrest, you can never get financial aid again. The 3-strike laws were even more imminent. So what ended up happening in this respect was you saw a lot of black male unemployment. Now, how do we know this? Well, if you're in jail, it doesn't count you as unemployed, but you are definitely unemployed. And it really broke up a lot of the black families. It really, really, really put a strain on black men that we still have not recovered from yet. And yet you still have these black people like LeBron James and other blacks who were petitioning President candidate Hillary Clinton and things of this nature. Even though the Clintons have not only a horrendous track record of blacks in America, but horrendous track record of blacks in Haiti. They destroyed the rice crop economy in Haiti, where Haiti could never get back on its feet. So the Clintons have a record of shitting on blacks, not only just in America, but other parts of the world. So I just wanted to say that real quick. So that's my spiel.
No, but you're right. And this is how fucked up these black fools are. They wanted to vote not only for a woman, but a woman who did all that shit in the 90s. And then when she didn't win, because some men finally nutted up and said, you know what, I'm going to vote for a man and not a woman. Then they want to get all mad at old man Trump, an alpha male who only got busted because some punk motherfucker recorded him saying some shit that men talk about all the time. Because if you ain't a man, you ain't talking about fucking women and pussy, you ain't no kind of man. Y'all some sorry motherfuckers. But anyway, that's here nor there. But getting back to what I'm saying is this is the problem with these black people. They are so lost and so far in the forest, they can't see the trees. They're on one end, they want to vote for Hillary after all that shit. On the other end, they're mad at Donald Trump for being a man, for standing up, for not apologizing for shit. They're not, you see, a lot of these young black men are not used to men who stand for something, who live on their principles. Yeah, you can talk about Trump and his racist thing with the
housing and all that.
Housing thing. Yeah, you can bring that up. That's fine. That's here nor there. But you know what? He's in office. You're stuck with him. But here's one thing Trump's not going to do. Trump is not going to let you motherfuckers do shit to the fucking flag or America. Because the one thing Trump is American, motherfucker.
Okay, so great points. Hold on a second. I just want to shout out Turo D. Hey guys, we have 131 people watching right now. Get the likes up. Great show so far, guys. The call-in number 515-605-9373. We really appreciate it if you just like the video. Help us out with the likes. So now, Steve, now here's the thing that we got to talk about. After Kaepernick and other players started to, and there were other minor players that were participating in this kind of kneeling against the flag, attendance in league games, at least the first couple games of the season, was down. Okay.
Yes.
So here's the thing that I kind of got to talk to about Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell, who has done, some people will say a yeoman's job in cracking down on the fuckery of NFL players. He's very strict. He doesn't take any shit. One of my boys, I believe, Ontario Smith, was one of the victims of Roger Goodell's 3-strike rule, or pretty much suspended. Well, no, it was Paul Tagliabue at the time. But Roger Goodell is now saying, hey, you guys need to stand for the flag. Now, when all this shit was going on, what was Roger Goodell last year talking about this? Because I think that Roger Goodell could have silenced this a long time ago. Why is he now taking the time to speak out on it right now?
Well, okay, at the time, see, Roger's mistake was like, okay, we all know, and 909 and 216, we got you. We all know that Roger Goodell is a hard ass when it comes to black men, and when they fuck up, he's real hard on them.
Very hard.
Yeah. Now, in this scenario, instead of holding fast, he thought this was going to be something that was just going to blow over. Okay. He thought it was something that was just going to happen. Cap will come in, it's going to go away. But then all of a sudden, it kind of blew up in his face, where now, well, what they understand is, we see, DirecTV has the NFL Sunday ticket. DirecTV, I think, made a deal with the NFL. I think it was like $4 billion, $3 billion. It was and again, we're talking money here, something that most black people don't want to talk about because they don't know about business 101. But when they started telling everybody that they're going to any American who was pissed off, you can get your money back. Once that happened, that was a few weeks ago, I mentioned it. Once that happened, that's when everything was about to take. Because again, one thing about the NFL, and we're going to be talking about private sectors in a second, because they don't even understand, because most people, they never take government, or maybe they just didn't go to school that day. But one thing you don't do, especially with a company in the private sector who is all about money, is you don't fuck with money. Hey, this ain't about the flag. This ain't about police officers. This is about green dollar backs. And when you start fucking with that money, because remember, the owners hire Goodell. Remember, Goodell has not been re-upped for his contract yet. Now, he tried to play it safe. He tried to tell him, well, hey, you can stand if you want. It's up to the owners, da-da-da-da-da. Trump came in and kind of saved Goodell for a second, because then Goodell could take the guns and go, whoo, hey, we stand fast against Trump. Fuck Trump, right? They all against Trump. But now with Trump talking about putting some tax sanctions on their ass, now shit's about to change, brother.
Okay. Am I echoing? I am
no,
echoing.
you're fine. You got two balls.
Okay, hello? Okay, I'm not echoing anymore. Okay. So before we get to the callers and stuff, Steve, now we got to talk about this. What it seems to me is that the conservative right has again shown their power against the liberal left, because this is why I like conservatives so much. Liberals talk with their vote. Liberals talk with their mouth, yes, and with their social justice word threats.
Yes.
Conservatives talk with their money.
Yes.
So, and this is what black people really need to get out of this. All of that bitching and all that moaning and all that complaining and stuff like that. If you really want to make a change, then what you do is you talk with your dollars. And that's what the conservative right has done. They've not been going to games as much. And now the NFL is feeling the backlash of these fucking players. And the sponsors are getting hit. So what's happening behind the scenes is Roger Goodell is getting his fucking phone blew up. Hey, listen, dude, we're losing money. You need to do something about this. Or if not, we're going to pull a lot more out of this shit. So Roger Goodell, like you said, knowing he's up for renegotiation, he understands that the NFL is going to lose more money. And that has to do with a lot of the people who are sympathetic to Trump. Because in all fairness, I would say a lot of you Black Lives Matter, a lot of you niggas don't buy any tickets.
No.
You social justice warriors, y'all don't buy any tickets to the games.
They don't do shit.
You know, to buy NFL season tickets, man, typically those are people who have worked pretty hard. They have a good job. They're punctual. You know, listen, man, these guys have money. And sales have been hurt due to this. So that's what I really think that's happening in now Roger Goodell when it comes to money and you're losing a big share of money. And like I said, you know, the NFL is America's favorite pastime, but basketball is catching up. It's catching up, right? So a lot of these sponsors might want to look at the NBA. You know, the NBA has 82 games. So this is what I'm thinking. Let's do this, Steve. How many callers do we have on the line?
2 in the queue, sir.
2 in the queue. Okay, who's been waiting the longest?
216 is the longest, and 909.
Okay, let's bring in 216.
All right, 216. What's your name and comment and question, sir?
Yo, what's up, Oshay?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Man, look, man, let me say something real quick about this Kaepernick Donald Trump shit, right? Colin Kaepernick, he a piece of shit, and everybody that follows that shit is a piece of shit. And I'm gonna tell you why. Here it is. The man said he was sitting down, you understand, for the flag and all that bullshit. Now he out of work and need a job. He telling owners that he gonna stand now. Oh, you gonna stand when you need a check. What type of shit is that? Either you gonna stand for somewhere you ain't. Period, point blank. The fuck? You wanna stand because you need a check, man? That shit fake. That's some bullshit. And everybody that follow that fake shit is some fake motherfuckers too.
Right.
Yeah.
I definitely agree.
Hello?
You know what's so funny, 216, what's sad about all this is that Colin Kaepernick ain't taking a knee for all that black on black crime that's going on out there. All these blacks killing other blacks and nothing. He ain't taking a knee for those injustices that's happening to our own people. No, he wants to say, he's trying to paint it where all white cops, you can't go out your house without getting shot or killed because all white cops gonna kill you. That's how they painted this narrative to make these black people go and follow this shit like a bunch of sheep.
And then as far as the NFL is concerned, y'all work for me. I don't work for y'all. So either y'all gonna stand or not. And if y'all don't stand, I'm gonna penalize you motherfuckers because y'all want to bring this bullshit to my business.
There you go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's some bullshit, man. All that is some bullshit. As far as Donald Trump goes, man, and Hillary, the situation, the only reason why I really wanted to vote for Hillary Clinton was because of the mass incarceration thing that she was going to continue that Obama has done. Outside of that, I didn't give a fuck else about Hillary Clinton. You know what I'm saying? Even though she did sign a crime bill, her and her husband with a crime bill in 96, was 96, 97, somewhere up in there. With all fairness to that, the reason why they didn't know how to treat these black, they didn't know how to handle these black dudes. You know what I'm saying? They was making too much money off the drug game, putting it in these white folks' face, interrogating them, doing all type of bullshit. They're like, you know what? I got stuff for you niggas. Let me sign this crime bill. We slow you stupid ass niggas down because y'all want to do this old dumb shit. We letting y'all chumps make this money, but now all of a sudden y'all want to put it in our face. Let me get you niggas out of here. That was the only thing to that, you know what I'm saying, with that crime bill. As far as Donald Trump goes, he hired Jeff Sessions, the Attorney General. That's the same Jeff Sessions they're trying to put all black, put them black boys away down in Mississippi, trying to put them boys away in New York. I mean, like, what the fuck? So it's like we was left with, a hard choice and all. Damn, we was left with nothing for real.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, well, thank you, 216. We appreciate the love, man. And the phones are starting to blow up. But thank you, 216. We appreciate what you're saying, man, and we'll put you back in. Oshay, what do you have to say on that, man?
Well, Jeff Sessions definitely has a record of being kind of like Roger Goodell against black men. Very Republican from the South. He's Alabama, some fucking place like that. Again, you know, I'm a moderate conservative. I understand that black people have been, been mistreated, have been have been treated bad in the country. However, if you're going to do something, it needs to have a result to it. When I talk about the boycott in Montgomery in 1955, when they took a stand, it was for them to get a result, you know. But again, these stupid ass players, when you get out on the field, you take a stand against the United States flag, but your helmet has the United States flag on the helmet. So whether you know it or not, dumb nigga, you're still playing with the NFL, with the United States flag on. And again, you know, here you are with these guys. It's easy to kneel down for the flag. It's hard to tell black people the truth. It's hard to tell black people, yes, we've been treated bad. Yes, we've been victimized, but we can solve 90% of our own problems. See, that's what is so difficult for black people to tell you. The black people don't want to hear that. You know, we have been mistreated. But again, you're talking about a group of black people that have a $1.3 trillion spending power that, hey, guys, overnight, if we just really work together in a year or 2 or 3, we can solve our own problems. We don't even really need that whole spending power. You know, if black people had even just $1.5 billion spending power that they just put away in development and schools and things of this nature, the black community could change overnight. The black community can change in the next 5 years. We could do it ourselves. The problem is that black people don't want to do it themselves because it's so easy to blame somebody else instead of doing it your damn self. And this is why it's so easy to kneel before the goddamn flag. It's so easy to do that. But it's hard to put your own economy up. It's hard to make your own media. It's hard to do what Nigeria is doing to make your own economy so that you don't have. Here's what I want to say, Steve. I know I'm ranting. Listen, if you black people really want to solve crime, you want to solve single motherhood and stuff like that. Hey, here's what you can do. You brothers start supporting each other's businesses. You brothers start keeping your money within the circles. Okay, you brothers just do it. Can be small, right? And you brothers create opportunities for other brothers. And you brothers raise your standards, okay? And then you force the women to get with your program or get the fuck out your program. That's how you can change this shit in the next 3 to 4 or 5 fucking years. You can do it yourself. You don't even need a lot of money. But again, it takes work to do that. And niggas don't want to do that, Steve. They just don't.
That's your question. Who hires the... Okay. See, unfortunately, people like us have solutions, and why these motherfuckers always bitching. Let me ask you a question, Oshay. Who hires the police commissioners?
Isn't the mayor?
Yes. And who votes the mayor in? The who?
People. Black people.
Say it one more time, please. The
black
who?
People. The people.
Right. So if you want to cut the head off of the dragon or the snake in these so-called, all these white men that are beating and killing black people, why don't you get off your lazy ass and vote for a mayor who is going to bring in a commissioner that's going to do more overwatch of what's going on? But Oshay, I'm sorry. That's too much like, right. We're not supposed to solve shit. We're black people, so we ain't supposed to solve shit. So we ain't supposed to solve that. That's too easy. That's too easy and simple. It's easy, like you said, to take that knee and point the finger and place blame. But yet you go to your job, work for that white man. You ain't taking no fucking knee. You doing exactly what that motherfucker's telling you to do. Such hypocrites, man. Okay. We got 4 in the queue, sir.
4 in the queue. Okay, let me do this real quick, you guys. Hey, once again, we got a couple of brothers, Howard Cooper. O'Shea's right about Speak About Dollars. Okay, thank you so much, brother Howard Cooper. Hey, brothers, I really appreciate you guys for coming in and checking out the podcast tonight. We're going to be going into a lot more detail than what we're already at. Let's get the likes up. We have 160 people watching right now on the Brother Pill, 151 actually. So do me a favor, get the likes up, okay? And it's important for us to, as black men, this is a black male show. It's important that you support the show by, number one, sharing the show. Okay, we need you to share the show, and then we need you to like the video. Now, we do have a free ebook that is available. If you have not gotten the ebook, How to Stop Simping in 24 Hours, please drop your email. We'll do that. Donovan Sharp, we have a new ebook coming out in the next 2 weeks. All right. And so also, brothers, if you're just coming in here, never donated before, hit the super chat button. If you have an Android phone, it's the super chat link right there. Go ahead and show us some love. This is a black male show. We do this for black men every single fucking day. So we appreciate you, Steve. Let's bring the next caller on.
Area code 909. What's your name? What's your question?
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is James. So let's have a quick statement. I'm sorry, am I echoing? I think I can hear myself.
Sound fine by me.
You sound pretty good.
Go ahead, sir.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So, yeah, what I wanted to say is, like both of you are saying, I totally agree. I feel like we are too focused on things that don't actually empower us because it takes too much work. So instead of Kaepernick protesting the flag, what he could have done was actually kept his job and use that income to empower people around him, empower his family, and invest in education, things of that nature.
Yes.
Provide job opportunities. These are things that actually empower you as a people. And the main thing I wanted to say is that it's just so embarrassing to watch this because I feel like it makes all of us look bad.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, people don't, stereotyping is a very natural thing. I feel like people tend to see the media and they view you in that way as well. So it's very embarrassing to see the position that we're in. And when you bring up black on black crime, you have blacks that want to get upset and say, oh, no, that's a different issue. No, it's not. It's about priorities. Look at the numbers. How many are being killed by police? How many are being killed by their own?
Yes.
And how can you ask somebody to respect you? How can you ask somebody to respect you when you don't respect yourself? And the fact that you have to explain this to a group of people is so embarrassing. It's a reflection of, I don't know if it's low IQ or just laziness. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's so embarrassing. And I just wish things would change. And honestly, if they were to take a knee, you know what I would actually support? I would support them taking a knee against the violence of their own people.
Yeah.
Then people would actually look at you and take you seriously. But right now, people can't take us seriously. We are a joke, to be honest. And it's so embarrassing. That's pretty much all I wanted to say.
Well, very great call, 909. Oshay, I like to say something.
Go ahead.
I would rather Kaepernick take a knee for education. Education in inner city schools where they need better books, better teachers. That's something that I would agree on. Also, the violence that is going on. More blacks are killing blacks. And y'all can say, well, yeah, we're in the area, but think about this. If I'm a black man, if I'm around black people, shouldn't I feel safer around my own, Oshay? If I'm around my own, shouldn't I feel safe? Shouldn't I feel like I can leave my door open and don't have to worry about getting robbed or stabbed or shot or killed? That's the problem. See, the thing about black people is that it's convenience for them. They don't want to look at the real issues. They want to turn their back and a blind eye to all the ignorance that's going on amongst ourselves. But if it deals with a white person, that's got to come first. Even though there are only, and I repeat, there are a few white cops out there. If we're looking at all the millions of cops out there, how many they are, there is a handful, maybe 5-10%. I don't know the numbers. I'm saying, but there are a few. But the way they have spun this narrative is that all white cops are bad, number one. But look, they don't mention how black cops fuck up black people. They don't want to bring that shit up. Anything dealing with black people, oh no, no, that's our own. We keep that in house and we worry about those things. What's your take on that, Oshay?
Well, I mean, I kind of want to get back before I address you to what the caller said. He said most things I agree with. Here's what I disagree with. I disagree with any NFL player who works hard for his salary to just give it to black people to invest in their shit. I totally disagree with that because that's what black people look at athletes to do, to take their money and give it to them. Fuck that. I think what you do is you use your influence to say, I will match what you niggas match. Black people need to stop turning to athletes and asking for athletes and rappers to build them schools and to build them homes and to build them all kind of programs when you niggas buy Jordans every day. You niggas buy iPhones every day. You niggas buy all this every day. I think what athletes should do is to bring awareness to certain projects and say, hey, you black people need to donate to this particular project and bring awareness to it. Black people all need to be a part of the end game. Even if you're putting $3 into it, $5 a month into it, $1 a month into it. Okay. Black athletes cannot save the black community. Okay. Black people have to want their own development and stop looking to athletes or actors or whatever to fucking bail you out. Because at the end of the day, those actors or actresses don't owe you shit. Okay. If you want to see things happen, for example, in my neighborhood, there was a park called Mama Marks Park. And so what ends up happening is it was a fucking shitty ass basketball court there for the last 10 years. So the Sacramento Kings came in and put a new basketball court in there. The problem is with this is, check this out, man. What did I say about the community? You know, all that money that goes to that community, and you can't come together and put up your own basketball court. It says a lot about you, right? That another group of people have to come in and do it for your goddamn self. And see, this is the problem with us. This is the problem with black men. This is the problem with the black community. You have the money, you have the resources, but you want somebody else to do it for you. I say, fuck that. If you're an athlete, these niggas gotta do it for themselves. But he's right. We do look very bad. We look stupid. We have our own problems that we do not want to acknowledge. And again, no matter if it's the white man's fault or whatever, when Pookie kills Ray Ray, the white man ain't doing that. That's us doing that. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, and you got calls, but I just want to say real quick, you're absolutely right. But black people don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to. It's funny. They try. How the fuck are you gonna tell the NFL what they can do? Oh, who the fuck are you to try to tell the NFL what they should be doing? What the fuck does the NFL have to do with police officers, excuse me, killing unarmed black men? Not all, but some.
Well, here's the thing, Steve. I think a lot of police officers, a lot of guys who fight the police, hit the police, and never get killed all the time. I mean, those stories we never hear about. About the dudes who shoot at the police and don't get killed. About the dudes who fight police officers and hit them and don't get killed. I mean, dude, that probably happens like 100 something times to every one shooting. You know, you hear about the niggas that's fighting the police and I mean, it's just, again, it's crazy, dog.
All right, we got a caller, sir.
Okay, let's bring the caller in.
There go 973. What's your question, sir? 973, going once.
Did they press one, Steve?
Oh, what's up? This is Joe.
What's up, Joe? What's going on, man?
What's going on, Oshay? What's going on, man? I just wanted to call in to give my 2 cents.
Okay, cool.
Number one, with the attendance and the ratings dropping, that's in all sports. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, blacks decided to boycott first, but nobody talk about that, though. They said they wasn't going to watch football, and I know a whole lot that's not, and so Kaepernick got a job. So why you folks try to take credit now? That's number one. Number two, with the power of social media and live streaming, they can't accurately count how many people are actually watching the games anymore. I'll give you a prime example. The Floyd Mayweather-Conor McGregor fight. It was live streamed all over Facebook. So they could not count how many millions of people did not get counted in that was actually watching it. So the sports overall, not just football, because you check all sports, ratings are down. All sports attendance is down because they have not caught up with social media and technology. They're behind. They have not caught up with live streaming, where I can go watch me an event that I probably would have to pay $100 to see, like that Floyd Mayweather fight, and then I can go live stream it, and 1 million some people can watch it that they're never going to get credit for. They didn't have to pay that $100. That's where then the people, these advertisers or whatever, don't factor that in. And they're right now trying to figure out how to factor that in when they go to negotiate, because it's hard for them to factor in because they don't really know how many people are watching those live streams. They don't know how many people are streaming things, and they don't know how to count that. They still trying to count it the old way that they was doing years ago, and that's why every year they were saying football rankings was down last year, and the year before, and the year before, and every year they go down. It's no different. It's gonna go down again, and it's gonna go down next year too. When everybody stop with the protesting, right? Everybody's eventually gonna stop. They rankings still gonna fall because People are getting their information differently now. And obviously, I'd rather sit the hell home and watch a game than go sit at the park. And so do a whole lot of other people. It's not, people don't want to go to the game anymore.
All right, not 973. Let me 973. Let me ask you a question. And you made a great point. You said that a lot of black people they'll keep protesting until Colin Kaepernick gets a job. Am I correct?
Well, they started the protest first. Because y'all talking about white people also ain't showing at the games and losing. It was way before the white folks got involved. Black people said in preseason they wasn't gonna watch.
Right, but
so they're losing money because they're not just losing money because white folks not going to the game or complaining or the flag. They're losing money two different ways. Well, they're losing money from black people that support. Now I'm not even gonna say black people. People that supporting what Kaepernick did, not giving a hell about football this year. And then they're losing money because people are mad because they're kneeling for the flag. Okay, so they're getting hit two different ways.
Okay, well, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about something else. I want to show you the ignorance of these black individuals. Now, they're saying they're going to sit until Colin Kaepernick gets a job. But if they get out their own fucking way, they will see that Colin Kaepernick is doing everything he can not to get a job. He's shown you 4 or 5 times that he doesn't want to get a job because he knows black people are so ignorant when it comes to this stuff that they're not even going to look at the fact that he's doing everything he can not to get a job. They're not even taking a moment to say, wait a second, Colin Kaepernick, why was you wearing socks with a pig on it? Or why did your girl put that tweet out and you didn't denounce that? Or why did you wear that Fidel Castro shirt when you didn't have to do that? Why didn't you speak up on that, Colin? They don't ask those questions. All they do is look at the negative. That's what they are, negative.
Let me ask you a question. Though. White people do the same stuff, right? But when's the last time you tuned into a whole entire radio show ran by white people where they dog the white people doing those things?
We're not talking about.
That's the difference. Yeah, we gonna try to but we gonna preach unity. When's the last time? That's the difference. Even the ones that's claiming they know all this stuff and we should do all this stuff, they're badgering each other. The other races don't do that.
Again, I'm not talking about other races. I'm not talking about other races because other races they ain't doing this silly ass shit.
But you're part of the problem. But you're part of the problem. You're not the solution.
Will you please shut the fuck up?
Because you shut the fuck up, bitch. Now, number one.
Go ahead and mute your shit motherfucking ass. Now, this is not the 973 show. I'm gonna bring your bitch ass in. You shut the fuck up, and we have dialogue. Oh, did he hang up? I was about to let me see if I got that nigga number.
No, don't call him. That's my from the group.
Fucker.
Don't call him back.
We have other calls, sir. Goofball ass bitch. All right, we have other calls when you're ready, sir.
Okay, well, shout out to my man Joe, man. What's the other call-in number that we got?
This is what I'm talking about, Oshay. This is what black people do. They always want to say, but the white man do this, and the Asian man do that, and the aliens do this, and the dinosaurs do that. They always want to point the finger at everybody else, but will not take accountability for the fact that that motherfucker does not want to work in the NFL. Let's bring in 251, and we got a few other callers. 251, you on with Oshay? What you got?
Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. See, something you don't understand is that you understand that life is not black or white. It's gray. See, Steve, a lot of things you do side with the white man a lot of times. I ain't gonna say you're wrong, but you do side with the most.
Side with the white man.
Why 973 was mad at you.
I side with
me.
No. I don't give a fuck about y'all.
But you all black. That's the problem.
No.
I'm gonna tell you the atrocity. Hey, listen. Okay, but listen, that is selfishness. I'm gonna tell you right now. You know who sided with King Leopold? It was this group, and they overwatched 15 million Congolese people die. You are just as bad as those that watch their own people die. See, that's your problem. Life is great. It's both sides of the party, but the problem is you cannot admit that white people have done black people wrong. That is why they own them so much. And even Oshay know that. Oshay, he's a little bit in the middle. He's a moderate. He says he's conservative, but he's a moderate. He understands. You just a straight Samuel L. Jackson coon from Django. You hear me, boy?
All right, you got air code 24224. You ready? Whenever you're ready, sir. You ready to take the next call? And Joe, I didn't hang up on your punk ass. Your fucking fucked up ass rotary cricket ass phone you got because you can't afford Verizon or T-Mobile failed you, motherfucker. So if you want to call back in, bitch, call back in. We'll bring you up. We'll bring your ass in the head, motherfucker, bitch, nigga. Your problem. That's why you ain't shit, motherfucker. Bitch ass motherfucker. You know what? Let me see here. You really want to play Joe? Joe, you really want to play? Let's look at you, Joe. Look at you, Joe. Look at you. Look at you. Sad son of a bitch. Look at you. You know I don't play fair, Joe. So make sure that if you want to talk shit in that Facebook chat that no one's seeing right now, make sure that you calm down and you better stop, Joe, because I will bring in daughters and I will bring in that shitty ass.
Come on, dog. Hold on, man. We can't do that, dog. You gonna mess up my shit. Come on, nigga.
All right. I'll leave that shit alone.
Yeah, man. Y'all can roast, but y'all gotta leave that shit out of there. All right. Hold on, man. All right, hold on. Take a little bit of a break, man. We ain't gonna do this, man, on live because we not gonna be no turn up. No. We not gonna do that.
Talk about the private sector because there's a clip I wanted to play about the private sector that connects all this stuff.
Okay, go ahead and play the private clip.
All right, it's about the private sector. Listen to this.
Basically, the intent of it all was for government not to be able to silence you, not the private sector. And the National Football League is the private sector. And if they decide that they want to silence these individual players, if they decide that they want to implement a rule that states you must stand for the national anthem, you must come out that tunnel, out of that locker room, be on the sideline, and stand for the national anthem, it's perfectly within their right to do it as a private industry and a private employee.
And it's about, and Oshay, I don't think a lot of people who didn't take government, I don't think they understand when you work for the private sector, your employer is not the government. The Constitution gives you zero protection in terms of keeping your job based on what you say. And what they have to understand is private employees, including NFL players, can be disciplined or fired for speech, opinions, political affiliations, and any type of expressions at work or outside of work, Oshay. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. The NFL is their own little syndicate, and they can do what they want when they want to do it, sir.
Okay. Am I echoing again?
No,
I'm echoing.
You got 4 in the queue, sir.
What's the numbers that we got in the queue?
Well, we do have Bobby Mettal here, and then we got 224-510 and a 213. And we also have 111.
Okay, let's bring Bobby Mettal in real quick.
Bobby Mettal, you are on, sir.
Good evening, gentlemen. It's Bobby calling from Atlanta. How are you doing?
Just dealing with this black on black crime, Bobby.
You sound very angry, Steve, tonight. Let me tell you, wow, this podcast has all the charm of a Dothan, Alabama Klan rally. I thought I was listening to Stormfront Radio for a second, Steve. Is this Stormfront? Steve, I have a question. Does your Halloween package include white sheets and a burning cross? Steve, you sound like you could be an honor. Are you sure you're not a grand exalted cyclops in the Ku Klux Klan, Steve?
No,
Are you sure?
I'm just a man.
You could be an honorary member of the Knights of the Imperial Ku Klux Klan, Steve. You're doing a good job. But let me tell you, earlier I heard someone saying they wouldn't vote for Hillary because of her super predator comment. But let me tell you, I was about to vote for her because she keeps these coons in jail for 20 years over 2 rocks of cocaine. So that means less Steve Montavious than Lamar doing drive-by homicides on the block.
That's true.
It is. It's true. And another thing these people need to realize, these moon crickets need to realize that they're expendable. Okay? We can have another simian ape on the field in 15 minutes. We just need to go down and scout in Florida. All right? They need to realize that they're expendable. They're getting too big for their goddamn britches. Okay? We were afforded the luxury of being rescued from the steaming jungles of Africa by the white man. And we need to be more grateful because we would have been there with malaria flies and lions chasing our ass down for sustenance. And Steve, let me ask you another question, Steve.
Yes,
all right, if I was at my Fortune 500 job and I said, hey, Peckerwood, I'm taking me a 4-hour lunch break, honky, how do you think that would work out?
I would get fired, sir.
Exactly. And that's why these coons need to stay in line, and they need to, they're slaves, okay? Yes, we know that. The NFL is a modern-day plantation, but they're handsomely compensated slaves, so they better do what the fuck they're told.
Well, they are millionaires, and they're acting like they don't get compensated.
All right, Steve, I'll see you at the next alt-right rally, okay? And how you doing?
Shout out to Bobby McTow.
All right. You didn't talk to him in monkey.
There you go. Native tongue.
Peace out, bro.
All right, Steve.
All right.
Keep goose stepping. Later.
Okay, we needed that, dog. Hold on, man. Let's just. Okay, hold on, man. Let's do this. 200 people watching right now, man, on the Peel. Shout out to Bobby McTow. He's our fate. Everybody loves Bobby McTow. Get the likes up, all right? Get the motherfucking likes up, all right? What up, Douglas? Get the likes up, everybody. 197 people out here. Now, let me see what the likes is looking like. Steve, who's the next caller in queue?
Next caller in queue is we got a 224, a 213, and a 706.
2 and 3. Okay, let's get some of these likes up real quick, man. So let's say 55 minutes left. All right, so let's do this. Get the likes up, you guys. And again, if you need the ebook, How to Stop Simping in 24 Hours, drop the ebook, right? We're getting ready to have some fun, this motherfucker. Also, you niggas know how we do. Only 2 super chats, 200 niggas watching. That's less than 1%. Some of y'all need to put some food stamps in this motherfucker. Hit the super chat button. If you never super chatted before, go ahead and do it now. This is a black male show for black men only, and we reinvest into black people on this show. So, brothers, if you've never donated before or haven't done it in a long time, show us some love in the super chat, bruh. Let's get it started. Let's bring the next caller back on, Steve.
All right, area code, area code 213, then we'll bring you 706. 213, what's your question, sir? All right, we will take you off. All right, area code 706. Did you have a question, sir, or comment? All right, let's go to the next one. Wow. 224, did you have a question or comment, sir?
Whoa, what's going on, man?
Let's ask 510. Do you have a question or comment, sir?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. Hey, great dialogue. I feel both sides. At the end of the day, I will say this, I believe in the accountability. It's 2017. A lot of black people can do for their own, but at the same time, we are where we are based on the other side. And what I want to say is, y'all heard of the Black Wall Street? Once upon a time, black folks said, you know what, if y'all don't want us to mess with y'all, live with y'all, deal with y'all women, it's cool. We gonna get our own shit together. And they started bombing and killing us to make sure we could never, ever, ever, ever get our own shit, because there's power in unity. So yeah, right now we are our own problems, but please believe, if all black folks decided, you know what, let's get our shit together over the next 5 to 10 years, I guarantee you the other side, or the elites, or whether it's the whatever you want to call it, would get involved ridiculously to make sure that we cannot come up, because they don't represent the means to use, the people who go to work, get an education. We out here acting like ignorant niggas. That's the world star shit. And they want to make it seem like that's the only thing you do on World Star, or you Jay-Z and Beyonce. There's a lot of us in the middle that we understand the useless game. It ain't fair, but we doing all right. So my whole thing is, the second we start getting our shit together, they're going to intervene. Trust me, they love that we got Bloods and Crips and all that bullshit. The second they say we're not going to bang no more, we going to get our shit together, they going to get involved, because they cannot. That's why they don't want none of this shit with their witness. And as far as the NFL goes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they went about it the wrong way, but at the same time, if all the black players decide, man, fuck y'all, we making y'all billions, none of us are going to play, they know what they going to do. They've always needed us back then and now. What are y'all thoughts on that? Love y'all.
All right, well, 510 is 510.
I can't say I disagree with him, but go ahead, Steve.
DiBiase said it best. Everybody has a price. The NFL is not.
You're too low, Steve. You're low.
How's that? Is that better?
Better.
All right, the NFL is not a right, it's a privilege.
Okay.
You don't have to play in the NFL. You choose to play in the NFL. You choose to sign those big contracts. Those are choices that you make. You cannot sit there and say, I don't want to do it. You don't have to do it. Nobody's putting a gun to your head and making you do that. Number two, the reason that this is not going to work is because there are no way educated black men are going to deal with knucklehead ass black men who are lazy, shiftless, don't accept accountability, and are irresponsible. It is not going to work, because as soon as that happens, it's going to be an influx in a war, because when you tell Pookie and Ray Ray to get up off their ass and get to work, they're going to tell me, you don't have to tell me shit, motherfucker, and it's going to set things off, Oshay. That's the problem. The thing is that, you know what? This is why, never mind. Go ahead. What you got on that, Oshay?
Okay, what the caller is saying, I can't disagree with. Because black people, okay, in order for the United States to do good, you need a losing punching bag. Okay, and this losing punching bag is going to be something that you can historically. The United States needs a losing class to like in the prisons to work certain jobs, to work even in illegal activities and drug distribution. The United States depends on this defeated class. Okay, the United States does not want, and I really feel this, and it has never wanted, black people to be successful. The moment that black people become successful in America, not only is that a bad thing for some whites, because that's going to inspire other blacks for being successful in other places. So what will end up happening is, if you think about what happened in Haiti, in the Haiti Revolution, the 1791 and the 1804, well, the Haitian Revolution did something that the other slaves couldn't do. They beat their slave masters. And that pumped fear into the hearts of other slave masters and the Portuguese in Brazil and the British and the Caribbeans. But here's what I'm going to have to say. I would rather somebody, if you're going to kill me, let you kill me with me being successful. Kill me because I am doing something cool. Kill me because I am trying. Kill me because I am doing. I'd rather die with like that. And I really feel that white people, to a certain degree, have an issue with black people being successful. I can tell you that now, because we could talk about Thomas Sankara in Burkina Faso. Thomas Sankara in Burkina Faso didn't want to take money from the World Bank, the IMF, and they did in 3 or 4 years what the Nation of Islam could never have done, even though Thomas Sankara was probably one of the greatest black leaders ever. And he taught black people in that part of West Africa that you can grow your own food, you can be independent of whites, you can grow your own educations and all systems without help from white people, and they killed him. The French wanted him dead. People do not want black people to be independent anywhere, because if black people, especially like in Africa, look at the resources that blacks control. I mean, you go to a place like the Congo, man, where the Congo has Uganda has all these resources. Even Winston Churchill said that, the Uganda is one of the beautiful places in the world. White people understand, man, that if black people get themselves together, especially in Africa, then white people are in trouble. So you gotta really understand that, yes, black people gotta understand it's a price to play for freedom. If you get your shit together, you're gonna have to really. You're going to come under some scrutiny. There's no way that the United States is going to allow black people to become one of the most successful classes in America, when you have historically been one of the worst classes in America, without some type of strife. And if that's your reasoning for not wanting to do well, then keep doing bad, right? But this is what I'm going to say for right now. White people are not worried about you. You need to get your shit together today, okay? And I think if black people can, show that they can contribute and help the country get better and cut down on the national debt, and black people start to move out, I'm not talking about just stay in America. Some blacks need to move out. Some blacks go to Africa. Some blacks go to Haiti. Some blacks go to Jamaica. Move out around the world and spread out like the Jews spread out. I think that's the way to do it. But again, you are talking about Negro, but he makes some strong points. He has some strong points, Steve. I can't deny it. He's talking. What he's saying is true, I believe.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have other callers, sir.
What area code do we have?
Oh, we got 111. We got a 443, and we got a 213, sir. We got a 913. I see a 480 and a 216.
God damn, a lot of callers. Okay, let's go with the 111.
All right, 111. What's your name? What's your question, sir?
All right, Steve. I see you blocked me last because I was speaking back.
speaking facts. And you took me up.
Call back later, bro. Call back. We try. All right, you run and take 443, sir.
Yeah, let's take 443. But we gotta bring Mama back on because we play that music.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's Will.
What's up, Wills?
Hey, what's happening, man? Look, the way I see this, right? Black people, man, we had everything. I wrote this in my post about a month ago. There we was with our own banks, our own malls, our own radio media station.
Mm-hmm.
We had our own black city down there, whole neighborhood. Then these white motherfuckers come and set up a little fake fight. Then it started to become a rally. We started kicking their ass. Then the government jumped in. Then they had airplanes flying around, dropping bombs on a whole city and wiped out the whole motherfucking neighborhood, everything. This is what's going to happen when we try to do it again. They're not even going to let us get this far this time. They don't want us in no shape or form trying to get together and build anything. You know why? Because we got a lot of Uncle Tom motherfuckers that keep helping them and keep telling them our plans. So therefore, I don't see how it's going to ever work. Because every time we try to take a couple of little steps, they come to your Uncle Tom motherfuckers. Oh, here's what they about to do now. Y'all got to listen to us. They're going to rise right now. I got their plans. Man, there's so many motherfucking Uncle Toms like that blacks cannot stay together because you can't trust each other. Because all the motherfuckers selling out. Don't you think Oprah Winfrey or Michael Jordan would love to fucking try to help us and build it? All the athletes and singers. Everybody got money to come together and try to help and build something. But you know what? They all scared it's going to be taken by that fucking white man. You can't live like that. If you want to build us and build a whole nation of black strong people, you had to just go ahead and do it and stop selling out. Or else it's never going to happen. Never.
Well, Steve, what do you think?
Well, I think that, respectfully, I disagree because I think that we all have, more ways of, we don't have to come together as a community in front of them. We have the internet. We can build our businesses online. We don't have to go outside our house anymore.
Kind of loud, not loud. Volume.
How's that? Is that better?
A little better.
You know, on the internet, right?
Because the internet is granted.
They'll shut that shit down so quick and ain't funny.
Well, I don't. The reason they won't do that because that'll kill commerce and that will have a ripple effect on white people. So they're not gonna stop their stocks, mutual funds, and trading because black people are creating businesses online. They're not going to do that. They're not going to cut your nose and spite your face type thing. I think is what it is. They're not going to do that, man. But again, I don't know what you got on that, Oshay.
I mean, here's what I think. Here's what black people need to do. Black people, number one, and this was the Booker T. Washington said this in the Great Compromise in Atlanta in the late 1800s, and this is going to be controversial. Black people need to stop acting like, I think this is the best thing long term. We need to stop trying to publicly challenge white people for authority.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say that, and I'm going to say it again. We need to stop publicly challenging white people for authority. The reason why we need to stop doing it and to stop publicly, I will say, criticizing white people publicly is because we're in no shape or form to fight them with weapons. Okay. And it doesn't get you anywhere. I think what black people should do, work within the system that we're in, be a part of the military, get your money from these jobs. And then I think what black people need to do is to build, just like Japan did. You know, Japan was bombed in the 1940s. Desolate, and people say, well, they got money. Well, they built Honda, they built Toyota. I think black people need to do what they're going to do without criticizing whites. Even on my YouTube podcast, unlike Cynthia G or unlike the Advice Show, I know that black people like to hear blacks criticize whites publicly. But again, that is stupid to me. We know that there's been a problem with white people with blacks in before. But why wake up? Why put yourself out there to go against a force right now that you know that you're in no position to beat? We don't have a military. We don't have any of those things white folks have, and we cannot go into a race war with black people or white people right now. We're not in a position to do that. What black people need to be in a position to do is to start those schools, be proud to be an American, and then as you take your skills and knowledge to other places, whether it be Africa, whether it be Liberia, you might want to marry an African woman, you might want to get dual citizenship, and you bring your skill sets there as you're coming to America and going back and forth, and you're building up another place. That's what black people need to do until you can get independent, until you can be able to have your military, until you can be able to be fully independent. And it could take 100 years. It may take 200 years. It may take 300 years. But right now, black people need to build in silence. And I think we have to look at it as a 200, 300, 400-year process that is going to happen. It's not going to be easy, but publicly criticizing white people, publicly being self-defeated against whites for what happened in the past should be no reason why you shouldn't do. Hold on a second. Let me get this bitch ass nigga up out this chat because you said you didn't want to be in here in the first place, bitch. So I don't even know why you over here, dog. Let me tell you about these punk ass niggas, man. Stop the show. You get these niggas over here when a beef happened. They wanted to go to another channel, so I won't fucking with that channel no more. And they want to come over here and troll. Hey, dick sucker, go back over there where you was from, when you was over here, bitch. Now, that's kind of how I feel. And you other punk faggot ass niggas is over here grinching and shit, you faggot dick sucking ass nigga. You better get your dick out your mama's mouth because her dick is bigger than your daddy's, bitch. Now, I'm sorry, Steve. What'd you have to say?
I look, here's again,
faggot ass niggas want to come over here because they can't get on the action no more. You bitch ass niggas, take your ass back where you came from, faggot. Go ahead. What'd you say, Steve? I'm sorry.
No, we are the only group of people that use name call and shit like we a bunch of kids. We're the only group of people that will not do anything. Again, like you said, it's a shame that everybody uses the past as a fucking excuse not to do shit.
Right.
But those who are will use the technology to help themselves, they don't think like that. You never hear you never hear successful people use those words. Now you'll hear D.L. Hughley, who's a washed up ass comedian, and he's trying to be a black activist. I mean, that's the whole thing about it. If you washed up and shit ain't going right, become a black activist, and then you'll be fine. Yeah. Because there's nothing like that black people love more than someone that can agree with them that it's okay to be a victim, it's okay to cry, it's okay to bitch, it's okay to moan, and it's okay to blame everybody. Listen. Life, unfortunately, if they had a dad in their life, dad would have told them that life does not give a fuck about you, Oshay, and it doesn't give a fuck about me, and it doesn't give a fuck about any of these motherfuckers. And as soon as you walk out that door, it's going to do everything it can to knock your ass down. It's just a shame that other races of individuals will teach their sons and their daughters when life hits you in the ass and knocks you down, you get your ass up and you move forward. But in our cases, when life knocks us down, we want to sit there and blame things, everything around us, for the reason why we get knocked down. And that is why most people can't have shit. Like Chris Rock said, there will always be a war between blacks and niggas because niggas are always the ones that ain't doing shit but expect everything. That's how it is, man. We have four in the queue, man.
Oh, shout out to my man Project Mayhem. $50 super chat. God damn. I'm echoing. Hold on.
I don't hear the echo, man.
You don't hear it? Okay. Again, man, shout out to Donovan Sharp. He's in the chat moderating. You guys know me and Donovan got a show on the weekend. Shout out to Project Mayhem, $50. Now, what about you other niggas? I know some of y'all got at least 50 cents you can put in super chat, nigga. We got too many niggas watching, man. You niggas better put in those people who haven't donated though. Shout out just for echo. Put in some empty condom wrappers or something in a goddamn plate, nigga. Put a cheeseburger, a coupon in there or something. Bring in the caller, Steve.
All right, next call. 213, sir. What's your name? What's your question, sir?
It's good, Steve. How you doing? It's Don Touch, man. Listen, you are absolutely right, man. I feel like we have no etiquette, man. You can't take black people nowhere. I know brothers that got money, man, and they just cannot go anywhere. They don't know how to speak. Shit. So it's really not even. I just don't know what to do with the money. and they can't carry themselves well enough to fucking go to where the white man's at, or where the offices in Manhattan on 42nd Street. These guys can't go anywhere, man. So shit is always gonna be tough. Shit is always gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? There's no etiquette, no fucking morals, no manners. This shit is crazy.
All right. Well, Oshay, thanks, 213. Oshay, what do you have to say on that, sir?
I kind of agree. You know what I'm saying? And everything like that. So, yeah, niggas ain't got no manners, man. Can't take you niggas nowhere.
Can't take them nowhere. Don't want to take them nowhere. And that's the
wow. You can catch the bus there. Okay, who we got now, Steve?
Let's see here. 803, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Which question?
Oh, my name is Greg. I'm calling from South Carolina.
What's going on, dog?
I'm doing good, man. First time on the show. Just became a Patreon of O'Shea's. Canceled my Netflix subscription. I'm gonna join your shits tomorrow.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate you, fam.
I'm glad y'all doing this for black men.
I
just want to chime in on this flag stuff. Quickly, I didn't have a problem with Kaepernick kneeling, but when he wore the pig socks, I thought that was just bad taste. I think it really put flames on the situation. You know, it really made it. I think it made it tough for black men in that particular instance that he did that. You know, I work as a teacher. I'm a retired teacher, and I do in-school suspension. And I have mostly black young men in my class every day.
Of course.
You know, so the day I was talking to my guys, you know, I asked them what did they want for Christmas. You know, they said the requisite PlayStation, Xbox. I said, what you should do is tell your parents to take you to the bank and get you a money market account.
There you go.
You know, that's what I told them. For the price of the Xbox, you get a money market account. By the time you're 25, 26, you know, you'll have some money and you could be cash independent and start building for yourself. And I think that's what's missing with a lot of brothers in the community. They don't try to educate and bring up the next generation of young men. Because after we dead and gone, that's what we're going to have left. Yeah. And if they're not trained, if they're not been taught, then I think that the black community really going to go to shit.
Well, 803.
You know, and
803, how can you're absolutely right, sir, but here's the problem. How do you try to help someone who doesn't want help? And if you mention things like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, nest eggs, 401k, they're going to say, why are you talking white? Why are you talking white? Why you want to help me? What the fuck is that bullshit?
You know, Steve, you're absolutely right, because in the small town that I live in, that's the mentality with most of our adult black people.
There you go.
You know, but I feel like if you could talk to these young men about this, because they see what's going on. We talked about the flag protest before. You know, they kind of know what it's about, you know, but they don't know how to get themselves prepared for life, you know. And a lot of brothers like me doing stuff in my town. So I try to do what I can. You know, I try to make a difference where I can. You know, I think if I can continue to harp on that, if just one listens, then it's worth it, man, because then they might could spread it to some. They might could be the ones that could spread it to a number of other people. That's just my logic on it.
No, I
you know, I could be wrong.
Well, I know you're right, and I commend you on your effort. It's just, unfortunately, you got a few things going against you. You got the single mother going against you, the single black woman, the single angry black woman going against you.
Absolutely.
You've got the children who are more feminine than masculine going against you. Then you have the victim mentality of the majority that want to squash you for you trying to get them out of the poverty that they're in. So, I mean, I commend you on it, and I hope that it works for you. And if you can get one, that's great. But you know, like I do, you're skating up an ice hill on skates, and you know it's hard. But once you do, he'll really appreciate what you're doing, man.
Well, I appreciate that, son, and and I know it's an uphill battle for me. I coach travel basketball. I get shit on all the time. I get shit on all the time by people. But I have a heart for kids. I taught for 30 years. I'm doing this in-school suspension thing. I've been doing that for 7. So, my whole adult life, I've tried to work with young people. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I think I've reached a lot.
Yes.
But I missed a hell of a lot more.
Well,
but I can't give up that fight.
Well, don't fight. Don't give it up. But I just want to say this one thing: is we have other callers, and I want to say, Oshay, want to say,
okay.
But what I want to say to you, always remember this: if they're not dogging you out or talking bad about you, you're doing something wrong. That's a compliment. When they call you the Uncle Toms and the Coons and say you sell out, that means you're doing something right. Because remember, if you thought like them, you wouldn't be where you at right now. So always remember that. You don't need to think like them. You don't need to behave like them. Let them hate you and then you know what? That tells you right there you're doing something right, because as soon as they start agreeing with you, that means you're becoming more like them.
Okay.
Oshay, you got anything on that?
I definitely remember that.
Yeah, man. I just want to say thank you, man, for your support with signing up with us on Patreon. And brother, I really commend you for wanting to give back to the community and helping out Black boys. This is why we started this show and our website, thenegromanosphere.com. We understand that Black men are a very much underserved community. But this is what I really want to say. Brothers like this, they get a lot that want to help Black people, want to help Black boys. You see the struggle that you got to go through just to help people. You would think that a group of people, man, like this guy has been teaching for many years. You would think that people would be welcoming him with open arms, man. And it's so sad that when we have the best Black men out there that want to help and give back to other generations, that you're met with a lot of strife. You're met with a bunch of bullshit. This is why a lot of brothers walk away, man. If you really want to know why you have a lot of our best Black men writing for white websites or teaching. I saw one brother's teaching over in Qatar. You have brothers living all across different countries because, dude, when you get your money and you get your education right, the last thing you want to do, man, is deal with a group of people who don't appreciate your talent and don't appreciate what you're trying to do. And when you have Black men calling on issues like this, do y'all think that it makes us feel good to see our people suffering like this? Do you think that it makes us feel good to see little boys walk around with their pants all half off their ass, or to see little boys dressing in skinny jeans and shit and looking like women? And that hurts a lot, especially 80, 70 babies. That hurts our heart, man, to see that. But to try to go in and fix it, man, it's first of all, it wasn't your problem in the first place. And the people don't appreciate you, dog. They just don't. So, brother, I appreciate you, man, and for calling in, brother. Email me, man, if you get a chance at planetoshay@gmail.com. I like to talk to you. I'd even like to do a one-on-one with you on the show, so we can hear, man, what you have to go through dealing with a lot of Black folks. A lot of brothers.
Say right quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I appreciate the How to Simp ebook. I printed it off. I gave a copy to both my sons, one who was 19 and one who was 15. And they reading that book, their ebook. And I just want to say I really appreciate that, because I didn't know I was a simp until I got that book. So I appreciate what y'all doing, and y'all keep helping brothers. And Steve, I'm getting the Halloween costume, bro.
Yes. Hey, you
call. And y'all have a good night.
Hey, wait, 803. Wait a second. 803. You make sure you make it your business of calling my show tonight, and I got a surprise for you, okay? Because I appreciate you.
All right, bro. I'll do that.
I do want to say,
what time the show come on?
9 East. But I want to ask you a question real quick. Now I know you're a teacher.
Okay.
I know you're a teacher and everything. How now do you have white students? You have other races, or are they all Black?
As far as the ISS thing, it'd be mostly Black, but we have a pretty decent mix of white and Hispanic students at my school.
All right. Well, let's play surprise. When there's come to teacher parent conference meetings, learning stuff that's going on in the school, being involved in the school. What do you say the percentage of Black mothers, single mothers, are there to learn and support and find out what's going on with their fucking kids, sir?
Probably about 5 to 7%.
And what about the whites and the other races?
It's much higher. I would say the Hispanics close to 80, the white close to 80.
Absolutely. You know why? And Oshay, this is my point. See, everybody wants us to say I'm the bad guy when I talk about these single moms destroying us one by one. But as you can see, they don't care. They don't care what happens to their kids. All they care about is the next show on Love and Hip Hop, the next guy that can getting them raw, and hopefully they can try to find a husband. They don't care about these kids like this. This is why we're having the issues we're having now. And I commend you, 803. Matter of fact, 803, you don't even need to come on the show because I know you listen to my show. You go to the Man Mindset and hit me up. I'm going to hook you up with $500 worth of free product. Absolutely, because I love.
Oh, man.
No, I love what you do, and I appreciate what you're doing. And I know you have a lot of work ahead of you because, look, like you said, you're going to have to fight these single moms and these knucklehead-ass kids that don't want to listen. So at least I can kind of make your day a little bit better for you. So just hit me up at the Man Mindset. Put your number in there, and I will send you $500 worth of free products, man, okay?
Oh, man, I really appreciate that, Steve. I appreciate that very much, man. I wasn't expecting that, but I really appreciate that.
No, well, this is what you get on the
y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man, because this thing, what y'all doing is gonna get bigger, man, and a lot more brothers gonna get help, man, because y'all have helped me tremendously.
All right, well, we appreciate you.
In the short time I've been a member of Oshay's joint and been watching y'all videos, watching y'all cat podcasts and stuff, y'all really done helped me out a whole lot. Just changed my whole perspective about a lot of stuff that's going on in my community. Stuff that I thought I knew was going on is even deeper than that.
Yeah. Well,
it's even deeper than that. So
it's an honor. It's an honor to be able to talk to you because these are the black people, Oshay, that can make it. These are the black people that you want to build communities around. He has not used the word coon. He's not used the word Uncle Tom. He's not been disrespectful. He's been very respectful. He's listening and he's talking and having dialogue, Oshay. These are the fine black men that you want to lead a community, but they're very far and few between, sir. But we appreciate you.
And thanks again, man, for calling in. Let me just shout out some people, man. I got to. Okay. Let me just shout out some people, man, that made some huge killer super chats right now. Typically, all the Brother Pills get support, man. Tonight, we just hot topic and stuff. Sometimes it's a little slow, but then my man Project Mayhem came in and dropped $50. Bitcoin equals financial freedom. Get out of their banking system. You will remember this from a year now. I'm pretty sure Project Mayhem, he does this all the time. So he must have really hit Bitcoin big. And then the master teacher, not BGS Ibmore, but another guy that I've talked to personally and has helped me in my life and my own development, how I see things on YouTube. It's two people I give a whole lot of credit to. One is Ringo TV Raw. And then another guy, like I always give him a lot of credit, man, Mr. Research. Mr. Research dropped $99.99. And let me tell you this. Last year, I was doing a fundraiser for the Negro College Fund. And what I was asking people to do was to directly go to the Negro College Fund and donate. It was like around last year before I even started monetizing my channel. And Mr. Research was one of the few people may gave like $222.22. This is a guy, man, that if you go to his channel, he always talks to you about solutions. There's no other black male channel that speaks on the things he talks about how black men can get their stuff together. He was the original Negro Manosphere before I even thought about it, man. So he dropped $99.99. Everybody respects him over here. Everybody knows Mr. Research is the fucking truth. And man, he's helped me tremendously in my life. I mean, he calls me. He'll hit me up on game. You know, I'm out here living in Europe, and I'm a pretty old guy. I mean, I'm 36, but he just been just such an inspiration in my life, man. Mr. Research. His last channel got taken down. He's had 2 big channels on YouTube. But you guys got to check him out, man. Go subscribe. If you're a black man, subscribe to Mr. Research, man. He'll literally change your life. You know, so I want to shout out to him. He's the reason why we even have like the Negro Manosphere and the Black Podcast and stuff. This is what we could do. You get black men working together. You can do this. So shout out to you, brother. And appreciate you, True, from Tony, $10 for the super chat. Hey, man, all you brothers, man, who've been donating, in this thing. We love you, man. I know you guys, some of y'all donate every night, but the new brothers come in here, man, and drop, get a part of it, support. Steve, how many callers do we have right now?
Oh, we got 5 in the queue, sir.
Okay, what's the next caller?
Area code 757, sir. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, man. Hey, Steven. How y'all doing tonight, man? This is Brother Everett, the progressive Republican. I'm calling from Hampton Roads tonight.
What's up, fam?
Doing, sir?
I'm doing fine, man. At first, I just want to say, man, you guys have been on fire for a while, man. The past 2 shows have been classics, man. It's a some way you brothers got to put that on a CD and sell that, man, because those shows have been classics. I can't even front on that. Those shows have been classics. Classics. Just tonight, I want to get to the point tonight. So on 2 topics. The brother that called in previously, I understand where he's coming from because I used to be a in-home counselor and a long-term sub teacher, and just from personal experience, I can tell you right now, I had to walk away from it because I commend the brother for staying with it. I mean, the biggest problem that I've had in the public school system have been either the old black women in there who are your mammies who are about the system, and the first chance that they get to go and dime you out to the school administration because you're bringing us new ideas, and have been the single black mothers. I think I spent 10 years as a long-term sub in the school system, and I think on numerous occasions I had some single black mother trying to get me fired, or I had some old ass biddy who been in the system for so long, and she feel like she got to protect massive system, and she will try to damn you out for bringing out any new ideas to try to help the kids and stuff. And things have changed now, brothers. I mean, it's not the boys fighting anymore. I can take from school, it's the girls fighting. I mean, one day I walked downstairs from the 7th grade, and it was like Royal Rumble in the hallway. It was about 10 girls fighting each other. And I'm talking about they were physically trying to hurt each other. So I know where that brother's coming from. And brother, just kudos to you. Just stay with it, man. And also, too, on the Jamel Hill issue and the flag, I was debating a friend of mine today. He owns a business. Well, he's done a business too, like me. And he just couldn't grasp the concept. So I sent him a link to you guys' show because I feel like, I couldn't reach him. I couldn't reach him for nothing. He said, well, man, it's their right. I said, no, man, yes, they're right. They're at work. I said, as soon as they hit that stadium, they at work. And all that is part of the job. And they're getting paid to do that. If Jerry Jones don't have their money, the first thing they're going to do is bring up that they showed up and performed and did their job, or look for contract extension. So they got a job to do. That's part of it. You know what I'm saying? The Department of Defense is paying them about $12 billion. You know what I'm saying? For the jets and all that stuff. They're paying the NFL, and the people, the consumer wants to see a certain product. Now I could be wrong, but the consumer wants to see that. And the problem with Jamel Hill is also too, you know what I'm saying? She thought that she could go out there and subliminally tell her followers to picket Jerry Jones. I think Steve said it, I think a day ago on the show, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you start messing with their money, they're gonna come after you. But I'll take you brothers comment off the air. Hey man, I just want to tell you, man, you guys are dropping some classics.
Thank
you.
Some
classics.
757. I just, what's sad? What's sad is that they want to call Jerry Jones a Klan and all this other stuff because he's telling his players they can't kneel. But it's pretty odd back in the 90s when them black dudes were fucking ripping and running, causing mischief, cocaine and all this other stuff.
Fucking 90 Cowboys, y'all niggas was crazy.
Who was the only person there to who was the only person there to protect them and try to be on their side? But see, they don't want it. But see, that's how right. But that's how black people are. See, they want to always go back to the past of slavery and all this other stuff. But they don't even think far enough to see that they are more the problem than the solution, man.
Hey, but Steve, hold on, Steve. That ain't black people. That's niggas.
Well, you know, they the majority now. We have been outrun. We are the walking dead. They're the walking dead now, dog. They running shit.
I mean, but question. I got a question I want to ask y'all before I slide off here, man. Just a question to ask, and maybe you and I'll take the answer off air. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the answer off air. What do you? And and I'll take it off here between you and Oshay. What is their end game? And what I mean by that is, what was Jamel Hill thinking? You know what I'm saying? Because first you had Michael Smith saying he wasn't going to go on the show for 2 weeks. And now Michael Smith was on the show last night. So what was she thinking? And what is her end game? What was she thinking that she can do this? And she thought that she was going to check a system that she works for. And I'll take the answer off the air. God bless you, brothers. Good night, all right?
Thank you, sir. Oshay, what's your take on that, sir?
I don't know what them niggas end game is at all. Them niggas is crazy. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. But I fucked around. God damn, so much money coming in this bitch. Dude, I fucked around and left the Patreon inbox I started on Facebook trying to this shit is crazy. But anyway, listen, I don't know what the end game is to these niggas. And I heard somebody say that I was cooning because, again, it's about attacking when you have resources. You know what I'm saying? You kneeling before the flag when the flag is on your helmet, there is no end game to that. Again, it takes work. And I'm going to use Donovan Sharp and Steve the Dean for an example, because these are two guys I've been working with. Donovan since last November, Steve since last March. And I think the extension of what I'm able to do now has a lot to do with these two different guys in the different realms. When it comes to Donovan Sharp, Donovan and me do a show every Friday and Saturday, and Donovan writes for me every week on the Negro Manosphere. Me and Steve have done about how many shows, Steve? At least 40 podcasts on the Brother Peel, and at least 40 other shows on my other page? Right, Steve?
Yes.
We understand that if we want this shit to go to the next level, we got to be here every day. Not every other day or once a week. We do this shit every fucking night, sometimes twice in the day, right? We understand that if we want to build this into something greater, it takes the work, whether you feel like doing it or not, okay? The problem is people that don't have an end game don't want to understand that it takes work to do things. You know, there are going to be days you're going to come in and people are not going to watch your video, or there are going to be days you're going to come in, it's not going to sound right. There are going to be days you're going to come, but you got to be there every day, and that's the process. And these young black guys who, you know, you're blessed with athletic ability and playing football. See, when you're talking about economics and building businesses and stuff like that, it's different than sports. You know, sports can come easy to some people. Athleticism come easy, but building a business doesn't come easy all the time. You know, building a fan base doesn't come easy, and gaining the support of people who don't want to support what you're trying to do, that doesn't come easy. And these guys don't have an end game because they know that it's not worth their time to go out there and do the work, and they're not going to do that. And see, that's what's the difference between conservative people, whether they be black, whatever race, and people who are liberals. Liberals don't want to work. Black liberals, white liberals, they don't want to work. Okay. And it takes work and effort to build things, communities, fucking YouTube channels, radio shows, yourself, weightlifting, all of that. It takes time. And you have to do it every day, even if you see results for it or not. And see, that's what people don't want to, you don't understand the process that it takes to be a medical doctor or a business owner or a lawyer or a good father or it takes time, nigga. And that's what you guys don't get. Not you guys listening, but those guys, there's no end game to that. And to show up every day outside of football practice and help black communities do this and help get the economics, that's something that they don't want to do. So it's easier to say no to the flag. But Steve, let me do this. I got a lot of people that I got to, the super chats just came in like crazy. I got to really get some shout outs. All right. So let me do this real quick. Brian Witherspoon, $15. I appreciate you. Justice for All, $20. Sanche Jones, $25. Y'all niggas must have got paid. Project Mayhem, another $50. These are Bitcoin profits. This is the secret white folks won't tell you about. Dog, you need to call me so I can fuck around and find out how to do that, niggas. You in here, shit. You didn't pay my rent just with them $250 super chats in Poland. DeAndre, $5. True from Tony, $10. Appreciate you, family. Again, Steve, who do we have next?
We have 2-2-1-3s. We've got a 1-1-1. I think 4 already came in. So we got a 2-1-3-765.
Okay, so whoever you want to bring in, Steve, that's fine.
2-1-3-765. What's your name? Where you calling from, sir?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hi, how are you guys doing? This is Gino, Oshay. How are you doing, Oshay?
What up, Gino? That's my lawyer right there. What up, family?
Yeah, no, and I'm good. I've been listening to you guys. You guys are doing a great job. I'm maybe even addicted now, you know? So you guys are doing a great job. And when you were saying something earlier about, black people challenging and the white people and things like that, I just felt like I needed to join in and concur. You know, I'm Asian, if people don't know that, but I'm Asian, and it just surprises us, or some of us Asians just going like, why are you guys doing that? Everybody knows the rules of the game. Everybody knows what we need to do, the principles that we need to do. But and all that talking doesn't do anything except ruin relationships. You know, every day we still got to go back and, do our work and make our beds and do all that stuff, and go on with our lives. And so also with this thing with Donald Trump and the NFL, I think what Eminem said yesterday was correct, that this is a big distraction that he's doing on the whole America, because he's screwing up the whole America, not just black people, not just attacking black people. Look, he put us in harm's way with North Korea. We might be in bed with Russia. We don't even know what's going on with that. Mexico, everybody hates us. The Middle East is in disarray. We are not doing anything with Europe because they don't like us either. So he's screwing up everywhere, and he's screwing up for everybody. And this NFL thing is just something that we're concentrating on. But the real problem is, hey, what's going to happen with the empire, the American empire? We're declining as we speak under his administration, and we don't have a clear road out right now.
Sir, can I ask you?
I definitely agree with that 130%. Go ahead, Steve.
Did you have both of your parents with you? Did you have your mom or your dad?
No, the last time I left, well, I came from China. I came with my mom and sister from China when I was 8, and I didn't see my dad, since I was 6, and he passed away about 4 years ago, but I didn't get a relationship with him.
Okay. Well, my question is, what motivate? Okay, because you're the American dream that we always talk about, and I commend you so much. I just wanted to ask you. You came from China with your mom and your sister. What motivated you to keep going, growing, and become the lawyer that you are today? Because a lot of young black men today who had more opportunities than you before you even came to China are not even taking the opportunities that they have. So what was the thing about you that made you want to do what you did and become who you become, sir?
Okay, so I'm going to answer that question, and it might not be straightforward, and it might add other things. And I think I know where you're going with this, Steve, because I've been watching your shows and hearing what you talk about. Now, for me, or for most Asians, not maybe the latest generation, but the generation before, because there's a lot of right now that are spoiled and everything. For us, being an idiot is not a choice. Being a criminal is not a choice. For I don't know about other Asian society, but for Chinese, most Chinese families are named, like there's 100 names, okay? Like Chang, Wang, Fu. My last name is Fu. There's a book in our family that can be traced back. For myself, from my father's side, we can trace back to the 16th century. From my mother's side, which we don't have the book, but we came from the 11th century, or at least somebody back then started, and every generation they put your name in that book. Okay, so we know we should know where we came from. So we know these people came before us, and we have to honor them, because without them, we are nothing. And to say that, oh yeah, I'm a criminal, I do this and that, that's just what are you doing? Why are you doing that? And also, here's the thing, for Asians, I think most of the time we actually like life. Life is good. Life is okay as long as you go by. There's life is good, and doing criminality was never sort of a choice. Okay, and another thing is that also for us, I guess it's like we see what's there out there. You could be a lawyer, you could be a doctor, you could be doing this, you can do that, and it's actually fun. Okay, life can be actually fun. Yes, it's a struggle, it's miserable, but it's actually fun, like you guys are doing. It's actually fun. Okay, and what I see is that also we have a lot of shaming in our culture. Okay, you don't do certain things because it's going to shame you, and also another thing is the people we hang around with, or who are around, because we don't have gangsters, we don't have people who are doing this, doing that too much. We just see people who are doing their work and do whatever. So the thing with, at least for Chinese people, we're not smarter, we're not better. It's just that when we're younger, our parents forced us to do the homework. Okay, I mean, not my generation, but in some generation, you heard that if you don't do your homework, you don't eat. Okay, you don't eat. And here's the thing: for at least for Chinese people, 99.99% of the families were peasants. Now, in China, back in the days, when you're a peasant, you're basically a slave. If the king or the emperor wants anything from you, he comes and takes it. He wants your daughter, he takes it. He wants your son for the military, he takes it. He wants your crops, he takes it. So the only two ways to there's only one way to get out of that, which is education. Because then you work for the court. The other way is to go fight, but then you're gonna die. Okay. Most people died. Okay, well, so, for example, like the Great Wall of China was built on slave labor, where conscripted labor. So for us, even for the Koreans and the Vietnamese and the Japanese, if you don't have education, you're basically a slave to the system back in the days.
Okay, well,
okay,
so you know what? We appreciate the information input, because I just wanted you to give some input on your success. But again, we appreciate everything that you've done, man. And
no, I appreciate you guys, but I think what you guys are doing, I feel like you guys are doing a movement, and this is a continuation of what has been going on before. This is just another iteration of what this generation is doing, and I think you guys are right. You guys are doing right. However, it's not. I don't think it's a black or white thing, because if you put it that way, then there's a lot of limitations that you don't even see that's going on. Because guess what? The Latinos are struggling, just like black people are struggling. There's some Asians struggling, just like black people are struggling, like the Cambodians and some of them who are refugees. Now, guess what? Some Muslims are struggling now too because of Trump and everything that's going on. So what I'm saying is, this is something that's going on for a lot of different populations, and you guys are right. Both you and Oshay is right. The way out is to work on ourselves. The way out is to create our own communities. The way out is to solidify our own powers, because once you have it, they can't take it away from you. Once Oshay becomes a doctor where he learned all this stuff, I can't take that knowledge away from him. He could go to the Caribbean, he could go anywhere and go, hey, I can operate, I can help you, I can get a job. Let me do this, pay me.
Well, you know what? Well, hey, man, we just want to, I didn't mean to cut you off because we have other callers and stuff. So, but
sure, go for it, yeah.
We want to say thank you very much, man, and we'll throw you back in the queue, okay, big guy?
Let me
yeah, go for it.
And that's hold on, I'm echoing. Damn, hold on. Why am I echoing? Okay, Steve?
Yes.
I'm echoing?
No, I don't hear an echo at all.
Hold on a second. Okay. This dude that just talked, man, I know we have callers. I know him from Facebook. He's actually an attorney, okay? An attorney. an attorney that just dropped, and there was somebody, Tur Battle. I mean, when you negative niggas that never do nothing in your fucking life, either ban your bitch ass because you on some hoe shit, you know, and here being disrespectful. You have a fucking attorney that called in, guys. There's a guy's attorney that's supporting a black show that actually is that comes in and is interested in the issues that we're having. And then you know what he said something that failure is not an option. Now people gonna say they didn't have slavery and all that. That's true, right? But he gave some certain circumstances where he comes from a family of peasants. You understand? And what he just said, dude, he came from didn't have his dad passed away. He's an attorney. Okay, went to a very good law school. I won't name it, and he's made it, right? And I think that what he's saying is, hey, Asians are not smarter than you. You know, hey, we're not genetically superior to you. It's what white people want you to think, that whites are smarter than you, that whites can do this better than you, or Asians are just much brighter than you. So they tell us, right? We can do anything that anybody else can do. And see, I think that's that was the beauty of what he said. You know, if you put in the work, you're going to be successful. So I'm just so glad he called in, man. And appreciate you, fam, Gino, for what you've done, man. I've been knowing him since I was in my Facebook groups and things of nature. Steve, go ahead and bring on the next caller.
Area code 415. What's your name? What's your question?
Oh, this is Maurice. I was blown away by the last caller as well. I always knew that about the Asian community because I grew up in one in San Francisco, but I never really wanted to say much on it because I'm still, even though I'm black and I lived in an Asian neighborhood, I was on the outside looking in still. But what he said was 100% true. What he said about the no option to fail, what he said about they have struggles too, just like us. I mean, if they wanted to blame someone for their misfortune and their lack of success, they could be like, well, the white man, he put opium on us. They were still able to get past that. They don't care about the race issues. They just put education first, and they're able to get through it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And the thing is what I respect about him, and this is such a shame about us black individuals, is that this young man, he said he came from China with damn near nothing. You are and when you are an American, you are allotted an education. You got a bunch of stuff that you choose not to use. This young man used what he could, and look where he's at. But like he said, what single mother do you know that's a single black woman that's going to tell her son failure is not an option? You better not come home with nothing less than an A or a B. What single black woman do you know is going to say that? Now, not all. I'm not going to say there are some that do, but the majority don't. And this is why we have what we have today, because these single knuckleheads grow up to be adult knuckleheads that will not think for themselves. They let the news tell them how to act. They let sports tell them how to act. They let rappers tell them how to act, and they don't know how to act themselves. But anyone acts different than them, oh, they're a sellout. They're a coon. And hey, Oshay, you know what's so sad, Oshay?
Mm-hmm.
This lawyer was throwing nothing but nuggets that he didn't have to share with any of these motherfuckers.
No.
But instead of sitting there, see, this is how we are. Instead of listening and appreciating him taking time to give you some great information that your mother never gave you or your father never gave you, these motherfucking knuckleheads want to talk shit like they a bunch of bitches, man.
Well, to be fair, there were like one or two dudes that said something like that, but most dudes were receptive. But you're right, there are knuckleheads that won't appreciate. And that man donated $20. This isn't even a black person.
Wow, commend him.
This is not even a black person. Here's the thing. You know what? Hold on. Let me say this real quick. This is not a black person. 252 people in this chat. You have an Asian person that calls into the show. Okay, on a show called the Brother Pill Podcast, one of the top 3 donation amounts on the show. Call in and donate more than you niggas who watch the show every fucking day in the chat. I ain't gonna call no names. You know who you are. Sad. This man dropped more money in one time than some of you niggas that come and watch the show every fucking day. and you in here talking shit.
And that's what they do.
And drop some game about how you can better yourself. And you have one nigga, turd battle bitch, that had the nerve to say something stupid. This is how much of a joke you are. I mean, when you look at black men and you niggas, I mean, you wonder why. Let me just go on real quick. You wonder why a nigga like me. When I decided to come to medical school in Poland, I decided I want to come 7,000 miles away from you niggas, and why I don't like being around you. The fact that we had an Asian person that called in and donated more money than most of the niggas that, and to be fair, the same people that donated always do Project Mayhem and Miss Research, that donated more than the majority of you niggas do. And you, the ones that are here every night in the chat, it says everything I need to know about the most of you niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then he dropped more game than you do in the comment section. Unbelievable. Go ahead, Steve.
No, I commend him. I respect it. That's why I love that. Okay, we got another call. Hey guys, just want to let y'all know we have 4 minutes left as far as calling in. So if y'all want to call in now, call in, get in the queue, because if we go into overtime, we'll be able to answer your question. So let me go ahead and bring 913. Did you have a question, sir?
Actually, I'm a ma'am.
Oh, ma'am, did you have a question or a comment?
This is the first time I actually dropped in and listened to the podcast, and I actually like what's going on. I like what the last caller, the Asian gentleman, I like what he was saying about how it's not about, and sometimes it's about a race thing a lot of the times, but a lot of the time it's not. It's what you do with what you have available.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just kind of wanted to put in on that. My name is Shay. I'm a hairstylist. I kind of came up from nothing. I was dirt poor, and I am a biracial woman. So I battle with both sides constantly.
Yes.
And as I've started, I've noticed how it is. It's cutthroat. If you want to work in the wealthy industry and you are not a Caucasian woman, you get shut down. They make it hard. So it stays pretty segregated. And what I've been trying to do since I've noticed that is try to open that wall up. And it's not easy. So, because people judge you 24/7, you're trying to do what? So from my aspect, when you're trying to battle through the racism thing, I don't think black men and black women need to try to be like the other races. I think we need to create our own force. Yes. And it starts by, I think it starts by the small businesses. And from there, it grows. So, say for me, the best way to go about it is I start small, I grow. I get to the opportunity where I can expand. So then I basically open the opportunity for all minorities to come in, which you never see anymore. If you're predominantly a white hair salon, or it's a black barbershop, or it's a black beauty salon, you don't see too much. You don't see too much mixing going on. So I wanted to hear your input on it and see what you thought.
Well, 913, and one thing, again, my children are biracial, so I understand where you're coming from, and I teach them to be men and women. Don't box yourself in with a color, because if you box yourself in with a color, you're just going to stay boxed in. A mindset, a powerful mindset, one that takes accountability, doesn't have race, doesn't have color, it doesn't have an ethnicity or anything. It's a mindset. And that's the problem that we don't have. But again, I commend you on the fact that you're still fighting. I mean, you're, again, no offense, you're a female busting your ass. And we have males, no disrespect, Oshay. We have males out here that won't even get off their lazy ass and try to create something. So I commend you. I commend you on that. And I know it's hard. I know it's tough, but you keep fighting and keep going. Oshay, did you want to say something?
Yes, I want to say it's Chaz, right?
Yes, it's Shay.
Oh, Shay. Okay, so you guys, if you're on my Facebook, she is every bit as good looking as she sounds.
Oh, yo, that's her?
That's her.
Oh, shit.
Stop the show. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Man, don't get too thirsty, dude. You don't want to scare nobody off, dog.
I'm not getting too thirsty.
So if you guys want to see what she looks like, go to my Facebook, right? Now here's what she just said is true, because I've only we've been she's been admitted in our group, and when I saw that she had a YouTube channel, one of the first things I did was I reached out to her. I said, "Are you on YouTube?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get on YouTube." I checked out her channel and stuff like that. So I saw a black woman that she's married on YouTube trying to promote her business. And I'm not trying to brag on her, but first thing I want to do is I need to help her, And so what we did was on our page, I put her link up to get her some subscribers. And what we're going to do right now, since she called in, let me go to the channel, and Steve, we're gonna get her some subs right now. How about that?
We gotta get, and now I'll call you 913. You know what? I asked. I mean, you are a very, very attractive woman, very attractive, and you have ambition, goals, and drives. That even makes you more attractive to a guy that has standards, man. And wow. Hey, Oshay, this is her.
That's her. So, brothers, do me a favor, okay? This link I'm getting ready to drop. I want everybody to go subscribe to her right there, okay? So what you can do is it's an Oshay Vlogcast link. She has only 28 subscribers. She only has 7. So, brothers, what I'm looking for you guys to do is to go over and support. She's a black woman. She has her own business in the Kansas City area. She's very polite, and she's trying to grow her brand. And we got to help the sisters that are trying to get out there. Hit the bell on her subscription. She's up and coming with her YouTube channel, and so we want to support the women who are trying to do the right thing. We don't have no problem. We're not anti black woman or something like that. So I want you guys to go over there and sub. And she's just as pretty as she sounds. Okay. And Chaz, thank you for calling in. Okay. Anything else you want to say?
Yes, we are.
The only thing that I would like to say is just kind of considering evolving around the subject that you've been on. I hope some of the people that I come across in the group that are from Kansas City, I hope they would like to collab with me, because down the road when I expand, what I'd like to be able to do is I'd like to open some more opportunities for my women of color in all races, because we do fight in the beauty industry in Kansas City. It's very cutthroat. It's very nasty. It's very rude. If you are not white and wealthy, they're not going to make it easy. And I think that's wrong.
Yeah, Chaz, can I ask you a few questions real quick? You have a hair.
Yes.
You have a hair business, right?
Yes, I do. I have a beauty salon.
A beauty salon. Okay. Do you have a website to go with that?
I do. It's facebook.com/CHEZ Marie Beauty. And that's my beauty page. You see my work. And at my shop, I don't just do hair. I make sure that women feel good inside and outside. I cater to a couple of men. And I give them life. I give them something to look forward to make them feel better about themselves. When they have problems, I'm there to listen, and I'm there to promote you to get through it. I don't just do your hair. You're my friend, and you're my family. I've been doing it for the last year, and I'm trying to actually find somebody to come and join me to help make that better. And then hopefully in a few years, I can go into the heart of Kansas City where they don't like my kind and break through that so that more people can come and join me, and they can make the money that they deserve.
Yes, ma'am. Do you do YouTubes or anything?
Yeah, she does something. She's just now starting out.
For the beauty shop, that's where you see all the work based around the shop. I have a personal one that's just for tit for tat, for whatever projects and things in my personal life that I do. Those are just for fun. But I just started the one that's for the shop, and I'm gonna make that sucker grow. I started from scratch.
Yes. Well, you know what? Well, I got an idea for you if you have a pencil, because I always do this thing called Stomp the Dean, and I got an idea for you. Another way that you can bring some extra traffic in is I always say give something to him. Oshay has always been telling me about the free ebook thing. But if you're doing something for your beauty salon, another way that you can give free advertising is by either answering questions to women who who have troubles putting in their tracks in, or how they can manage their weaves or their hair in different ways. And by doing that extra, I'm not here to tell you what you should do. I'm just throwing something at you that maybe you can use to probably expand, because remember, once you have access to the internet, you have access to every woman in the world. So you don't have to just be in your shop. You can still make a business online as well.
Right. Which I've seen, and I've utilized that myself.
Yeah. So, oh yeah. So,
All right.
Good ideas.
Yes, a lot of good ideas. And so Chaz, again, inbox me, right? You have you have some days coming off pretty soon, right?
I finally have a day off tomorrow. Hallelujah.
Okay, so listen, why don't we do a Google Hangout? We'll do like a interview, me and you on my main channel, and that'll get you a ton of subscribers. That'll get you in the right direction. So if you have time, just inbox me on Facebook, and then we'll talk. If you have time, we'll just do like a 30-minute or 45-minute hangout, and we kind of go from there.
Can we ask you one more question?
Sounds good.
Can I ask you one more
Yeah,
question?
go ahead. I got to piss. Hold on.
When it comes to the dating world with guys, what is it like for you? Because I know do a lot of guys, are they intimidated by the way you look, or do you get the immature guys? What is it like for you today? Because you are a very attractive woman, so I know you get it from all angles. But what is it like for you?
I would say that I discovered pretty early on that I do intimidate men very easily.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk stupid. I don't talk ghetto. I don't do ghetto.
Yes.
I do business. And I've noticed that a lot of men do not, they come at me with the typical thing. They're used to women who are easier to talk to, who just talk about random ignorant things. I don't do the ass shot. I don't do the weird stuff. You got to keep it classy. Now, granted, I've worked in the bar industry before I did hair for a very long time, so I learned how to deal with it like a pro.
Yes.
However, when it came to dating, I had basically, you had to have an application. I had to see references. I wanted to see what was really going on with you before I'd make the next step. And most people didn't even make it past that. So, but you can call it like you see it. So I could figure out exactly what I was looking for if I saw it. All you had to do was walk and talk. And I figured it out pretty quick. But do I deal with a lot of people who I would consider who aren't my standards? Of course, but I never judge them for it. You know, doesn't mean that they're not good men. They're just not my type.
Well, yeah, I understand. As a dating coach, don't worry. A lot of guys see you, they'll be intimidated, or they think you have a boyfriend or something. So trust me, I understand. So, okay.
Either that or they see a pretty face and they automatically assume that you're ignorant or thought. That pisses me off more than anything.
Well, that's how it is when you biracial. You looking good, and these guys see you. You got real hair, natural smile, guys. Hey, when you do that, they guys, when y'all see on the Oshay interview, y'all see what I'm talking about. You know how I am. I'm very. Hey, when you look good, you look good. I will give props to looking good.
Yeah, she's pretty, man. No doubt about that. She looked too good for me though, because like I said, I'm a little bit too ugly. So when you look that good, I get nervous. But all right, Shelly, Chaz, make sure you hit me on the inboxes. And I told her, so listen, man, I try to bring for ugly nigga, I try to bring the women that look good into the show. Shout out to Joe Moss over on Facebook that Steve was arguing with earlier and shit.
For the niggas manosphere. She would be you should make her the top. She is very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Yeah, no, she's all right. Ain't no doubt about that, nigga. I expect to spend your last $10. Okay, so let's Chaz, stay on the line here. We'll bring you back on. Who we got next?
Oh yeah, Chaz, stay on the line. We would definitely bring you on. Who we have next? My train of thought. Okay, yeah, let me bring in 213. I'm sorry, 213. What you got?
Well, Steve out here stuttering, boy. You can't get.
How you doing? Yeah, this is Don Touch, the motherfucking genius, man. But this is the problem, brother. I feel like parents aren't moving their kids out the hood, man. I feel like there's a lot of shit we can do. It's just motherfuckers just want to stay in the hood where they the fucking apartment that their grandmama left them, or I don't know, bro. Because there's places we could go. You know what I'm saying? Apartments aren't expensive as people make them seem. So it's like, wow, what are we doing in the same place? Because the only thing we're going to do is have the same mentality, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. Shit just fucks me up. And then my question is to you guys, what are black people so angry about? I'm black, but what are they angry about? Like the man said, we all got to make our beds. We all got to work. What the fuck?
The past is the past. What are we doing here?
Well, but the anger that to me, or Oshay, you want to go first on this
No,
one?
go ahead. Go first.
Well, 213. The anger comes in my opinion, is the fact that, the thing is, unfortunately for a lot of black people, if you are educated, if you speak the king, too much noise. I'm going to mute you. We'll be back up with just the noise. But the problem is, Oshay, and I want to get your take on this, is that the anger comes in is that, it goes back to the lawyer. It goes back to that young lady that was on, and it's this thing called discipline, desire, drive, passion. All these things that these people have that some people choose not to have. And then when you see these people make it or do something for themselves, and you look at yourself in the mirror, you hate yourself. You hate who you are so bad that you got to spring that on everybody. And that's where, Oshay, I feel that you get this crab in the bucket mentality, because I'm sure we can ask anybody who is pretty successful that if they get around a certain group of individuals, all they do is talk negative. They knock them down. They have nothing positive to say. There's no motivation, nothing to push them. And I've always said, Oshay, even on my dating show, I tell these guys, you are a percentage of the people that you hang out with. Mm-hmm. And that's what I always tell you, Oshay. I don't hang out with, me, Oshay, I hang out with people that push me to be not only a better man, but a better businessman as well. What do you got on that, fam?
I totally agree. Here's what I got to say. People who are perennial losers, people who are failures, and this happens in Poland too. You guys know I'm here in Poland. I will typically sometimes get dirty stares. People will drive by and they'll say things, go back to your country, stuff like that. And what I've gathered, and these people are those who are failures in life. Typically I don't get any type of disrespect from people who are doing well in life, have their own business, or the doctors or lawyers. They don't give me that riffraff. The black people who have a chip on their shoulder, is in particular the ones that want to blame others for their issues, are typically poor performing blacks. Now there is a case where you get well-deserving blacks who are intelligent and your Michael Eric Dysons and stuff like that. Now, and Jamal Harrison Bryant, what they will do is they will profit off of the frustrations of blacks who are not doing well. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton. Now, these blacks understand that it takes work to get to certain places, but they know that as long as they keep catering to that kind of talking points, and that economy is going to be rampant for people who want to be poverty pimped. So, like I said, black men, you guys got to understand, man. If there's a group of people that can't afford to have those talking points, it's men. If black women want to do that, let them do that. Okay. You cannot be involved about the white man got his foot on my neck. The white man is after me. All of those type of pejorative talking points. Even if that is true, you can't afford to think like that. Like the caller said, man, you have no reason to be mad. You have a $500 billion spending power. It's 20 million, you guys. Black men in America alone have more money than Poland. You have more money than Ukraine. You have more money than Nigeria. You have more money than many countries in the European Union. Okay. You are forced up into yourself. So you have no reason between $500, $600 billion spending power. You have no reason to be saying I'm a victim. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. So, I mean, you can go to work, you can make money, you can network. All of these things are available to you, right? So, I think that you should stay away from those talking points. Let me just do this real quick. While I'm here, I want to give a shout out to my man Jihad Barakis. Keep up the good work. Tell him I said go Pack Go. My man Brandon L from St. Louis. You won't catch no Asian single mother twerking. And J85. Damn, I just got off work. I know I missed a lot. O'Shea with the Crip Boot Polo on. Peace, O'Shea and Steve. Man, these super chats will tell you, man, black men got money. I mean, this is what I'm telling you, man. You guys, and let me just say this real quick, Steve. Our super chats every night on this show is never less than $100. Never. Even if at midnight. This goes to show you that with a channel of 10,000 people, you have channels like that, 300,000 people that don't get the kind of money that we get as a black male channel. So we have money, we have opportunity. We're not victims, guys. We can do whatever the fuck we want to do. You know, we are a force in America. I keep telling you guys have one of the greatest spending powers on planet fucking Earth. You need to make people fucking respect you. That's how it works. All right, go ahead, Steve.
No, and again, I feel I'm glad. I appreciate that young lady. I'll call her 913. I don't. Wasn't it Chaz? Was it
Chaz?
I know what she's gonna go through. I could tell you what she's going to go through, and I bet you when you interview her, she's gonna tell you what she's going through. You know what? Because she looked good, she's gonna get hate from the black chicks. Because her hair is real, she's gonna get hate from the black chicks. Even though she's trying to help them out, she's gonna get nothing but hate. She's probably gonna get it from both sides, unfortunately. But you know what? You know what? I rarely say they're what I call strong black women out there. But when you can really take us, there are strong black women. Like, I always say those women in the Middle East, they get their ass beat all the time, and yet they getting up cooking dinners, and they're not screaming that they're strong. They just do what they have to do. It seems like she's doing that. And I'm telling you, if she can get on YouTube and start, man, she can come out with hair care. She can come out with a perfume line. She can come out with a clothes line, because you know what? People will buy because she has that attitude. And if she can help young girls, now again, I would tell, don't help the women her age or a little bit low, because they don't want to listen. Help these young girls to be ladies. Do you see the kind of standard she had when it came to men, Oshay? She's just not gonna mess with any old kind of guy. She making that motherfucker fill an application out, fool.
Yeah, man.
So
when we start bringing them in, man, we're gonna start bringing more of the good looking. Like, if you guys are in the Patreon inbox, there's a lot of bisexual stuff going on in that inbox. I ain't gonna say nothing, but if you guys are in there, you know what I'm talking about. Go ahead, bring the next caller on, Steve.
All right, we are almost done. Let's see the last caller, 111. What's your name? Where you calling from, sir?
Must be some fuckery.
Yo, man, what's good, fam? What's good?
Oh, what's up, London?
Save the best for last, man. I'm reading. My dad making me read Rich Dad Poor Dad right now, so I'm reading and watching the show. You know what, Steve? I was thinking about. You're not a bad guy. You're not a bad guy. You get a lot of flack on the show because you keep it real. And your co-host, Idi Amin, is a good guy, too.
Oh, God. Hey, man, what happened to the diss record about Bobby MGTOW?
Oh, no, Bobby MGTOW, Junk Power videos, and the Pimp, they all getting diss tracks in like the next couple of days. I'm reading a book right now. I'm reading the Rich Dad Poor Dad right now. I'm trying to get my money right. I'm trying to get it out this queue. But Junk Power video, don't forget, you're getting a diss track, man. You think you're keen by marriage? You're not keen by marriage. You're getting a diss track. I'm dissing you too. Remember that.
Well, thank you.
But yo, man, Steve, I want to come to you as a man. Steve. I want to know, do you mind if I make your daughter Miss Abu?
Let me tell you something.
He said Miss Abu.
Let me tell you something. Just like 913 said, motherfucker, look. You not only got to fill an application out to give her my daughter, you going, hey, I need to meet your parents. I need to do, there's several things you got to do. But unfortunately, my daughter is dating one of the top 3 wide receivers in the nation who's got a scholarship to Logan. So she's dating a young man that's a straight honor roll student. So I don't think you're do it. I don't think you're able to
do it. What is a wide receiver?
Well, he's the top 3 in the nation. So
he doesn't watch American football.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was soccer.
You're talking American football.
Oh yeah, I'm talking American football, sir. Yeah. So she's the yeah. No. Sir, you can't be my son-in-law. There's no way in hell you cannot be my son-in-law.
Yo, man, I'm friends with Paul Pogba. You know who Paul Pogba is? That's my man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who is that?
You know who that is?
Who is that, big dog?
Paul. Anybody that watch Manchester United know Paul Pogba.
Okay, I don't watch soccer.
So that's a no, Steve.
If I watch soccer, it's only look at the bitches, look at the white chicks and the fine mixed chicks that love watching soccer. That's the only reason I watch soccer.
That's cool, man. I know America ain't make it, so you kind of mad about that. You guys don't want to watch it, but
I know we didn't make it.
Let's get back.
Jesus.
You guys didn't make it, but so she dating the top 3 receiver. Okay, we get back at. I'm only 16 right now. We get back at when I'm like 19, 20.
Pick your game up, kid. But look, hey, look, find somebody else. Y'all ain't gonna. None of y'all gonna be able to date my daughter. Fuck y'all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna have your daughter eating some egusi and some jollof rice, man. Man's gonna have her.
He said jollof rice. That's an African dish. Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna have you right in Nigeria. All the shit you talk about Nigerians, I'm gonna have you in Nigeria. You know how we party. You know how I weddings get.
If you have a wedding in Nigeria, I'll send Oshay in my place. I ain't going.
You're going.
I'm already dealing with an African. I deal with an African woman every morning. I ride my bike 9 miles. They look at me like I'm a dirty American. So I'm good. I'm dealing with her right now. I'm not gonna deal with all the other shit.
You're coming, Steve. You're gonna come, and we're gonna all have a good time, man. You're gonna be with Abu.
Hey, Oshay will be my representative if that ever happens. But motherfucker, that shit ain't happening.
You know they always say you get what you hate the most. Your dog will marry a Nigerian.
I don't hate you, Nigerians. I love y'all. See, I'm learning the language.
All right, let me just do this real quick.
So you guys back up, but tomorrow and the next 2 days, Junk Talk Video, you're definitely getting a diss track.
All right, well, thank you.
Junk Talk Video, you getting a diss track.
All right, well, we're gonna have to
wrap. All right,
peace out. Let's wrap this shit up, Oshay.
All right, check this out, guys. This is what I want you guys to do. All right. Now I got an Oshay Duke Jackson 2 page that I want you guys to subscribe to. It's 157 subscribers, right? This might be the new Negro Manosphere channel. So I'm spamming the links in the chat box. I want you guys to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell. Subscribe to this channel, hit the bell. This is the new channel that I'm working on. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs, right? So I got 240 something people into the chat. What I want you guys to do, click on this channel, hit the bell. Click on that channel, hit the bell. I'm building that channel up because by the end of the year, I'm gonna have some great fuckery coming out on this channel. I can't tell you what it is, but it's gonna be some outrageous, great fuckery. You guys need to get over there, hit the bell. They say it don't exist. How I say it don't exist, everybody else say they getting over there and they subscribing to it, nigga. Get your life together. So go over there, click on it, hit the bell. Again, hit the bell, hit the bell. Right now, it's only like 150 something subscribers over there. 177 subscribers. Okay, cool. Keep hitting the bell. Go in the chat right now. Subscribe to the new Oshay Duke Jackson channel. Fuck off with your new channel. I bet. Okay, so I can't tell you what we're gonna do on this one. There's gonna be some fuckery going on. Okay, hit the bell. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Okay. This new channel, Steve, I can't tell them what it's going to be. But Steve, you listening?
I'm listening, man.
This is going to be one of the great Oshay Duke Jackson fuckery creations. Okay. You don't want to miss. You don't want to miss this channel. You guys know that Steve talked me into it. I'm building a studio in Poland. Okay. This is where this shit is going. This is going to be about some next level shit. Okay, I'm gonna be doing a lot of next level shit on this fucking channel. If you're not subscribed to this channel, you're gonna be missing out on a lot of fuckery. This is gonna be a lot of fuckery going on over here. Okay, so subscribe, hit the bell, hit the bell, hit the bell, hit the bell, all this other shit. Okay, now let me just let me see, who do we have? 191. Okay, damn, I got 40 something subscribers that quick. Okay, damn, Steve.
Well, I just want to say, for my guys, we're about to kick off a man mindset show. Getting y'all prepared, man. Again, you know that I gotta keep bringing her up because she say the guys intimidated. Y'all gotta learn how not to be intimidated by beautiful women. I think that's what we're gonna be talking about on the show, because these motherfuckers need to learn how to step up. So I think we're gonna be talking about that tonight on the show.
Okay. So again, Steve, what time is the show?
Show starts in 30 minutes. The show starts
30 minutes. All right. So thanks, everybody. Hit the bell, subscribe, hit the bell, subscribe, hit the bell. Because again, this new channel is going to be, we got the Vlogcast channel, we got my main Oshay Duke Jackson channel, and then we have this new motherfucker that I'm creating. I'm going to do something with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. I can't tell you for sure if that's going to be the Negro Manosphere YouTube channel. I can't tell you that. I cannot confirm or deny. It's not a Patreon channel, no. I just put videos on there and unlist them. But just subscribe, nigga. Okay. Now let me go ahead and hit the likes while you niggas is doing that. I got to get some shout outs to some people, man, that helped us out on the show today. My man J85 went in and dropped 20. Oshay and Steve are doing the real work, nigga. Real niggas know. Fake niggas just gonna lay on the wayside. Peace. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Listen, we love you. Go support Steve tonight, man. Steve, are you gonna be on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on Facebook. Yeah, I'll send it on Facebook so you shoot that shit. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll share it. And so again, man, I'm gonna give some shout outs to the people in the inbox. Prentice, Akili, Tika, Jacqueline. You know, there's a lot of bisexual shit going on in this damn inbox. These damn women. I know these niggas is mad because they ain't getting no pussy in this inbox. But all the Patreons are in the inbox and shit. They've seen this damn bisexual shit going on. It's crazy. So love you guys, man. Me and Steve will be out tomorrow with a good show. And thank you guys so much, man. It was a great show. As usual, look out for that Brother Pill Bible. The new ebook is coming out. Donovan's already been writing on it. And man, just love you guys to death, man. Peace out.
All right, we will see y'all later. www.theniggermindset. Make sure y'all check out theniggermanosphere.com.
Check it out, bitches. Peace.
.com, guys. We are out. Everybody out there.